Hey, what up, though? I say, hold on, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Let me, hold on. Where is it at? I don't know why those two buttons work at the same time. I say, what up, though? What's up, everybody? Woo! Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good afternoon. Good evening. What's up? All righty then. We are live, man. We was gonna go live at 3:00, but we up in here. We up in here. What's up, everybody? What's going on? Says we got 6609 Sauce Gardner to the Colts. I saw that 2 first-round picks. What are the chances Brad does nothing? 100%. Sauce trade is insane. Finally, the OG on. You're darn right, Bobby. We up in here, bro. Brad trades the 4th for an injured 32-year-old practice squad. Lions ain't doing nothing. Shaheed traded to the Seahawks. Hey, Seahawks about to be serious. They about to be serious. Kim says, love your passion, Derek, and you're often spot on with your views. Well, Kim, thank you. Thank you very much. You know, that's kind of what happened when you're not under the thumb of views. You know what I'm saying? You ain't in the thumb of analytics. Because I'm not, bro. I'm telling you right now, I will stop this YouTube channel and walk away before I ever become a slave to analytics and the opinions of other people. Like, it is so much glazing going on. It's insane. Hey, the coach trying to win. They trying to win it all. Hey, look, I'm not going to crash out today. Today, it's a celebration. It's a celebration. It's a celebration of being a good team. Say it with me, everybody. We are going to celebrate being a good team because that's all Detroit Lions fans really care about is being a good team. They don't care about being great. They care about being good. That's it. That's it. By the way, everyone who says that you can't touch Brad Holmes, you can't touch him, he's brought us from obscurity. What, you are the same people that were saying in Patricia we trust. Oh yeah, I haven't forgot about y'all. It's ridiculous. This man has one job, and that is to win us a Super Bowl. So I'm gonna go ahead and say something right now. 1, Howie Roseman is a better GM than Brad Holmes. 2, the Los Angeles Rams won the trade. Point blank, period. That's the bottom line. No more sugar. Listen, I've had a tough 2 days. Very tough 2 days. So much, it was so tough. I was considering, I talked to my wife, and my wife texts me. She'll text me if they lose. She'll be like, I'm sorry. And I'm like, look, there's nothing to apologize for, right? This what it is. This what it is. Before I got married, like, and I had my son, this team would dictate how I was acting, right? And now, once I had my son, you know, it was like, I can't feel no type of way because I have to be a dad. I have to be a husband. And I'm like, you know, so now I'm like this. Brad Holmes, this is Brad Holmes' job. That's it. It's his job. I'm a fan. I'm going to be here. But the fact that we are so content is disgusting to me. We have every right to demand greatness every single game from our team. Every single game. And but we don't do that, though, because we're okay with being just good. Where we at? Malachi, what up, Doe? Let's go. Hopefully we do something. John Morton needs to improve his playbook. What's up, Les? What's good? What's good? We don't make a move and stuff gonna get scary. So here's the deal. What up? Let's talk Lions. What's up, bro? Hey, I thought I was supposed to be in the studio. I'm like, dog, what's up? You know what I'm saying? But hey, keep up the good work over there. Looks great. A little sardonic today. Hey, here's where it is. I'm just to the point where I've had enough. I've had enough. Like what I'm saying is you have to, every year, there's one team. There's only one team standing. When is it going to be our team? That's all I'm asking for, right? That's all I'm asking for. And now it looks like 2023 was a missed opportunity. But guess what, though? Here's the thing. We have become, and this off season, like I'm really going to do some, I'm going to start to change the channel a little bit. I'm going to, this channel is going, I want this to be the best fan experience on YouTube when it comes to Detroit Lions content. And I'm not talking about It's Too Easy, because It's Too Easy, he is all about going to the games and all that stuff. Not him. I'm talking about everyone else who makes content. Everybody else who makes content. I want this to be the best experience for Detroit Lions fans. Enough with the Glazers. Enough with the with the people that's corporate and under somebody's thumb. Enough with that, bro. It's time to this. Do you understand that this is year 5 of Brad Holmes and Dan Campbell? They are going into year 6. Year 6. They only have 2 more years on their deal until they get extended. Do you think they've earned an extension? I don't know. That ain't up for me to say. I know if they make the Super Bowl they have, I know if they win it, they can stay as long as they want because they're goated at that point. Okay? But I'm like this. It's going to be some changes this offseason. I have never glazed Brad Holmes ever. And you need someone on this platform who is not a glazer. There are way too many of them. You start off, you know why? Because you don't want to upset the fan base, because the fan base gets you views and the views get you AdSense. I don't care about that. I got in this to speak my truth. And somebody needs to speak the truth right now because the Glazers are crazy, bro. This is crazy to me. We've had 2.5 good years and now we're untouchable. This is crazy, bro. We are supposed to win the Super Bowl every year, period. And this is crazy. So you know what? Next year, we are changing. This channel is going to have a different feel next year. I'm trying to get another. I got a computer somebody sent me. I want another camera angle with a sliding camera. I forgot the name of it. Hopefully nobody, I know Let's Talk Lions. He got that set up. I want the camera. I want to bring in a second shot. I want to start interviewing people. I got an idea for after the games because I'm going to be a season ticket holder. Y'all get enough of this right here. Y'all get enough of the talking heads sitting in front of green screens doing whatever they're doing. I'm trying to be out there on the street, bro. That's why I go to these games and lose money. I don't stream games that don't have anything to do with my team unless they have something to do with my team. This is ridiculous, bro. All you have is corporate people who just yap at the mouth because they want to get views, subs, and money. If I wanted to get money, I would stay home and I wouldn't pay to go to these games. I wouldn't pay to become a season ticket holder. We deserve a winner, bro, period. And I'm telling you right now, this season right here, this is a big deal for the Detroit Lions. And this is not a crash out, trust me. After the trade deadline is over and the Detroit Lions do nothing and we get eliminated in the divisional round, then now I'm going to have something to say. I'm going to have something to say. And it's not going to stop either. It's not going to stop. All right, Goff is excellent. We talking about Goff. Let me see. Or fire Dan Campbell. Here's the thing. I'm not saying that anybody needs to be fired. We're not going there. What I'm saying is Brad and Dan had a 4 and 5 year deal. I think it was 4 and 5 year deals respectively or something like that. They both got extended after the NFC Championship game. It was well deserved. Their extension runs through 2027. Then they need another one. All right. If here's the thing, if Brad Holmes doesn't get it done, then what happens? What do you do? Right? You come in here to win championships. We blink an eye, y'all. It's been half a decade. Think about that. We blink an eye, it's been half a decade. Now, I understand. We have one of the most loyal fan bases to me in sports. It's small, but it's loyal. It's loyal. You play for our team, you are always a Detroit Lion. We cheered for our ex-quarterback to win the Super Bowl, and we've never won one. We're so deprived of winning a Super Bowl that we cheered for our ex-quarterback. Who does that, bro? No one does that. Nobody cheers for the man that willingly left your team to win a Super Bowl, and you felt like you won. No one does that except us. Nobody does that, bro. But we're so deprived that that's what we look forward to. Enough of the chicanery, bro. Shout out to Better Call Saul. Enough of it. It's too many people on this platform that all they want to do is glaze. It's over. I'm coming for everybody, bro. Joe Chap, I'm coming for you too. You keep my name out your mouth. That's what we doing. I'm coming for everybody. Where we at? Sauce will be in Indy. Detroit Rams coach are winners. Bro, this fan base is far from small. Well, no, it's small, bro. This fan base is small. If you compare it to the Kansas City Chiefs and the San Francisco 49ers, it's small. It ain't the smallest, but it's small. It's smaller than theirs. Brad is not going to make a move at all. Sauce is not worth 2 first. Well, who do you think he is? Oh, wow. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a second. Are they waiving A.D. Mitchell? Oh, reviewing. As part of the trade, the Jets are reviewing wide receiver A.D. Mitchell. So A.D. Mitchell went to the Jets. Isn't he the guy that dropped the pass? Let me see. Brad is not going to make the move at all. We know why. We're just in the clouds, not hoping. What's worse? He's worth the first. They're champs, bro. Do you think we pick? No, but what here's what I'm saying. And see, what I'm saying is, trust me, the Lions fan base it's broad, but it's small. It is small, bro. We small and loyal. If you look at the YouTube channels, we bigger than like the Bengals and the Cardinals and stuff like that. So we gotta, but what I'm saying is compared to the other, and that's what I'm saying, bro, is when we start winning, like we'll probably get the bandwagon people. Yep, 80 a bum. We should at least get Zeitler. Okay, so let me ask you this. What do you want the Detroit Lions to do? We own, man. I've never been on by myself for like 4 hours, but we on today, bro. I'm gonna have to get up and go to the bathroom, whatever the situation. We gonna get it done. See Pool with the donation. Hold on. I exited out the chat. Appreciate you, bro, and being a member as well. 12-month membership. Says cheering for Stafford in the Super Bowl is like catching your ex's garter at your wedding. Yeah, that's how I felt. I literally felt like that. You would never see. I'm not look, and I'm gonna be real. And I'm not talking about every single Detroit Lions content creator, but y'all got to understand something. I've been in this space since 2018, and I've been through some things. I've been on this space. I'm going into year 4 of Lions Syndicate. But before that, it was 4 years or 3 years of a different channel. I've been on this platform. I started when we fired Jim Caldwell. That's when I started. I started making content in my car. I started making videos from my phone. That developed into what you see in front of you. And what I've seen in this space is everybody's making a YouTube channel now. And you have people that are not willing to tell you the truth. And the truth is, that there are expectations of the Detroit Lions. There are expectations. You notice 2 years ago in 2023, we went to the game before the Super Bowl. We're up a game, and I didn't expect us to win. We're up 17 points. We lose that game. You know what they said at the end of that game? Oh, we were ahead of schedule. Right? When you have an opportunity in the NFL, you take advantage of it. Because these windows don't stay open forever. And if they are open, they're not big enough for you to crawl through. Ask the San Francisco 49ers. But it doesn't matter because they already have 6. We have none, y'all. None. It would be different if we were the Pittsburgh Steelers or the San Francisco 49ers or the Green Bay. They got a couple, right? That would be, we are in a realm of our own. And it seems like Lions fans, I'm not asking you for SOL. SOL to me is dead. SOL is a culture. SOL, that's what SOL is. Okay. And to me, that's dead. But what the reality is, everything that's still true about the Lions is still true. Except we won a playoff game. We won a playoff game at Ford Field. We now back-to-back divisional champions. Okay, now it's time for more. It's time for more. And every year we act like that we're going to, in 2023, we'll be back next year. No, we weren't. Because nobody predicted. Do you know in 2023, we were mostly healthy? In 2024, it was the opposite. And now it's kind of a mix of the two. So anything less than the Super Bowl is uncivilized, period. The Lions need to take the next step, which is get to a Super Bowl. Then we can work on the winning one if we lose one. You are supposed to progress every year. Bradley Roy, Cheap Stand, Pat, Jerome Holmes. That's funny. What's up? We got Ozzy. Welcome to the executive membership, man. Hello, Derek. All these teams making moves and the Lions standing still. I kind of knew this was going to happen. Having none means zero to Dan and Brad, nor should it. They shouldn't have to change anything because of previous regimes. Arthur, love you, bro. That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life. You absolutely have to do that. When they took control of this organization, they knew what they were getting into. That is literally a dumb comment, bro. And you know I rock with you. But that's stupid. Of course they did. Of course they literally are paying for the sins of the past. 100%. 100%. And this is crazy to me. Of course they do. Just like Martha had to pay for William Clay and Sheila has to pay for Martha. What are you talking about? If you have a genetic something wrong with you, you're going to pass it down to your children probably, right? Or something. What's in your DNA. Yes, they are 100%. 100%. That's why Brad is the GOAT. Brad is the GOAT because he took us from where we were, from what the past regime, because I guarantee you, if we were already a good team, this would not be enough. This is not, good teams require, they demand greatness. We just demand us being better than we were before. All I hear is that Brad Holmes has taken us from okay, that's fantastic. Now it's time to win the whole thing. That's crazy to me. Arthur said they'll make a trade today. I guarantee you they're not dumb. They know their offensive line is bad. It doesn't matter. They're just being happy. They just being happy to be here is annoying me at this point. And here's the reality of the situation. Here's the reality of the situation. I got Twitter pulled up, by the way. If something happens, please let me know so I can pull it up. The reality of the situation is this. Brad and Dan are, and I grouped them together because they came in together. Brad and Dan, all right, are in year 5. They will be going to year 6. That's half a decade, people. That's half a decade. That is longer than Jim Caldwell had. That is, if they go into year 6, that's longer than Bob Quinn had. And I couldn't stand Bob Quinn, all right? He helped ruin this team. But we are going into the latter half of a decade that they've been with this team. Now, what I'm curious to know is, what if we became like the 49ers? Would that be good enough for you? Or what if we became like the Buffalo Bills? Would that be, so the Buffalo Bills lose four consecutive Super Bowls. You know how hard it is to get now, of course, there were lesser teams in 1991 through 3, whatever it was. There were lesser teams in the NFL. You know how hard it is to get to 1, let alone 4 in a row? So what are we looking for? Are we looking for we're better than we were last year? Are we looking for the whole thing? I know one day my shelf life is going to expire, and I want to see my team win one time. That's it. That's all. All I'm asking for is one. That's it. The goal is always a Super Bowl. If Brad don't win a Super Bowl, why is he here? Master Chief, here's what I think is going to happen. I think that the Lions are going to like I'm only on Twitter to get Lions news. That's it. But I'm like slowly building my following. And this is what listen, if anybody is thinking about making a YouTube channel or whatever, even in life, stand on business, bro. It don't matter if the whole world is coming at you. Stand on business, because at the end of the day, you're going to be vindicated. You're going to be vindicated. DJ Reed just tweeted, bro. All right, good. Trade Goff for a better QB. Oh, because Sauce got traded? Yeah. Let me see. NFC has never been this good before. From Philadelphia, Green Bay, Detroit, and the Rams, and Seattle, Tampa Bay. There's at least 6 teams, that's not counting San Francisco, who can win it. Arthur, that's even more reason. And you know what? That's more reason why. Like, I don't envy Brad Holmes. I keep saying this. I don't envy Brad Holmes. His job is to bring us a Super Bowl. My job is to talk about this team in whatever way that had the good, the bad, the ugly. You know what I'm saying? And right now, we had an opportunity when nobody saw us coming. In 2023, nobody really expected us to do what we were doing. Right? We lost to the Ravens in despicable fashion. We are 12-5. We beat the Rams. We beat the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. We go to San Francisco and we're playing lights out. Unbelievable football. And then we just gave it up. And everybody in this chat, shout out. Oh, wow. Shout out. We got the $20 super chat from Phil Brooks, left swollen. Wow. Okay. That's a crazy name. I appreciate you. Says, bro, I agree with you 100%. You can't draft your way to a Super Bowl. We should go all in for the bag. One life is too short to play around. My mom is a fan. She old, and I want to see her win. I want to see her favorite win one. Well, shout out to your mom, bro. What sticks with me is the gentleman from last year who died after from 2023. He was in hospice, and he had a chance to see us at least. Like, imagine. Now, whether you believe in what happens after death, that's on you, right? That's your belief. But for his family, you know what that would have done for his family? Like, to see their dad and their family member happy. You know, I'm starting to think like we take this way too serious. I'm saying to myself, yo, I'm taking this way too serious, bro. Shout out to C Pool. Another super chat says, Shaheed to Seahawks for a 5th and a 6th. The NFC West is scary. It is, man. And like I said, man, when we lost to Washington, I had a physical ailment wrong with me. It took a couple days to appear. And when it appeared, I was like, yo, why did this happen to me? And then I started thinking, was I stressed or whatever? And then I said, yo, it was the game. And this thing lingered along for like a month. We lost in January. It didn't leave until like March. So I don't know. The Lions are the only NFC team without a mobile QB. Well, listen, here's the thing. Lions Syndicate, what would your reaction be if we traded for Kayvon Thibodeau or the Giants' Grady Jarrett? You know what, y'all? I've been thinking about that all day. And I'm saying to myself, after what I saw on Sunday, I'm wondering, like, yo, even if we made a trade, if we didn't make, like, we probably need to make 2, to be real with you. We need an offensive lineman. And I saw a clip or a tweet from 97.1 that said, Dan Campbell said the ship has sailed on Frank Ragnow coming out of retirement. So I wonder if that is the, was he looking at it? Arthur says the Lions have the best record in the NFL the last 3 seasons combined. Brad knows what he's doing. He's building a powerhouse for the next decade. Hey, Arthur, I appreciate that, bro. And I appreciate the way that you're looking at things. But let me ask you this. How can you say that? How can you say that? That just amazes me. We have never won anything. But now we know what a winner looks like. We know because what? Brad is building he's so because I'm trying to understand. Are we becoming the Chiefs? Are we becoming is Brad building us for us to become the Chiefs? Is that what he's doing? Because I'd rather be the Giants. If you give me the Giants, bro, give me the 2007, 2011 Giants. Give me that team. I mean, give me something. So I just don't understand. Like, what are we basing this off of? What are we basing? And this ain't an attack on you, Art. I'm just saying, what are we basing this off of? The fact we are so miserable. It's almost like somebody's dangling something in front of you. Here, kitty, kitty. Here, kitty, kitty. Play with the ball. Oh, yeah, now we're winning. We're winning. We must become a juggernaut. We're going to be a dynasty. For what are we talking about? How did we come to that conclusion? We've never even been to the Super Bowl. Then to even get to that level, we gotta get there. We gotta win, right? You cannot build for Super Bowls you don't have. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, build for Super Bowls you have never been to. After you're already skipping over the first one. We're building for the next decade to do what? To do what? To be competitive? That's fantastic. In 2021, we were in every single game with a miserable team, and we were in all the games. Speak for yourself. I take me in a powerhouse every day. You can always win. Okay, bro. Well, hey, Art, that's fine. That's fine. So you speak being a powerhouse. What are you talking about, bro? The chances are less than 10% if we get a star player. All right, so you're good being where you are. I'm happy for you. I think the last 2 games ruin our shot at an edge rusher. I believe offensive line and a serviceable edge are possible. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't care. I don't care anymore. I don't care. I'm either going to watch this team or I'm not. That's it. I don't care anymore. Brad understands you have to have when your division to get into the playoff first and foremost. That will always be the number 1 goal, thankfully. Or you can not win your division like the New York Giants and win Super Bowls. But I'm just saying, Arthur, like you can go in 9-8 and run the table. What are we talking about? Whether you are winning the division guarantees you a playoff spot, but it guarantees you a home game and a banner. We got that, been there, done that. Cool. I don't understand. You see what I'm saying? Like, that's the mindset that most fans have. So what? We had the first seed last year, nothing. Right? Give me 9-8, which wasn't good enough, and a Super Bowl over 15-2 and a divisional exit. Spirit of Detroit in the building. What up, big dog? Let's get trade. Do you think we would have won the Super Bowl by now if Howie Roseman instead of Brad? You know what, man? Okay, so the Bears traded for edge Joe Tyron. Shoyinka? M Morris with the super chat. Appreciate you, my friend. Says Sheila is interested in increasing the team value, which is a team that consistently sells tickets. Super Bowl may not even be the ultimate goal. Well, you know what? First of all, I respect your opinion. I don't think that's the case. I think Sheila wants to win. I think I've seen more kind of from her. Like, she was the one that decided to fire Matt Patricia and Bob Quinn, right? William Clay would hold on to people for way too long. So, and look, I'm whatever fan you are, that is how you fan. And I have nothing wrong with that. Twitter is a cesspool of just, you can't have an opinion. But I respect everybody's opinion in here. And how you want to fan is your business. This is the way I choose to fan. I choose to fan. I'm a demanding fan because money is scarce. People ain't even working right now. And we got the highest price tickets in the NFL. We ain't won a Super Bowl. We got the highest price tickets in the NFL. What explanation is that? We got an okay stadium. We got the highest price tickets in the NFL. What have the Detroit Lions done to earn the highest price tickets in the NFL? No Super Bowl, no Super Bowl appearances. You know what they're doing? They know we are starved. We love this football team. The Detroit Lions are the state of Michigan, more than the Pistons, Tigers, and Red Wings combined. And we speak for a lot. We got fans all over the world. Every time I go somewhere, I hear a Go Lions. People notice me more away from Detroit than in the city. When I go to California, they know who I am. When I go to Green Bay, they know who I am. What up, bud? What up, bro? Let's Talk Lions in the building says we won't do anything today. I agree with you 100%. And Let's Talk. You wanted the good ones, bro. You wanted the good ones. So, this ain't nothing towards you. Let me see. What up, nephew? Ford Field is great. What you mean? Go to other stadiums. Go to other stadiums, bro. Have you been to other stadiums? Have you been to SoFi? Have you been to US Bank Stadium? Ford Field is cool, but it's all right. It's all right, bro. Go to other stadiums and tell me what you think. I love the Lions in Ford Field. That's fine. I finally found your whiny, crying crowd. Finally, I found the whiny, crying cow. Okay, Nick, what are you talking about? Let me make sure I know what you're talking about, bro. First of all, who are you? Are you talking to me and the chat? Let me make sure I distinguish that. Because whining because we're demanding of our team. Is that why? That's funny to me. Hey, Nick, here's what I want you to do. I want you to send me your money. I want you to send me your entire check. Super chat your entire paycheck. I'm going to do 0 for you. Do that. Okay, let me see. Wild facts. ATM Stadium and Lucas Oil is nice. You know what? Lucas Oil is kind of old too. But I do like the big, the giant kind of view that they have. I feel like Trey Hendrickson is who we traded. I feel like Trey Hendrickson is who we traded for because remember when the Bengals were playing Logan Wilson and Trey was inactive and Logan Wilson just got traded to Dallas. Well, Trey was also hurt. He was also hurt. They said he might have come back too early. Let me see. If I missed your comment, I'm sorry. I'm from Cali and I'm rocking with Derek and the Lions. Appreciate that, bro. Let me see. What if Brad is Lions Syndicate from the future? That would be hilarious. Let me see. The players need to step up in the postseason. I agree. Everything you're saying is facts. We need to edge. Bad JJ had way too much time to throw the ball and Blitzen wasn't getting there. I heard Goff. Hold on. I only see 10 comments at a time, guys. So if I miss your comment, don't worry about it. Man. Okay, let me see. Let me go home because I'm missing. Let me see. If something happens, please let me know because I'm getting all these posts from my notification feed. And I want to make sure it updates. Let me see. I would really love to see the Lions, if not in the draft. Let me see. I got this. No, not you, Nikki. Not you. It was Nick. I'm at the point I'm ready to get on the field. To the Lions Live 365. What up, though, bro? What up, though, man? Let me see. His Bears got an edge. Do you think Morton didn't realize we could just run another screen? That's funny. What up, Derek? Swedish section checking in. What up, though, man? I heard that, too. Goff was mad and yelling at Dan. So I haven't heard that. I don't know where that's coming from. Bears got 2 edge rushers. Nikki, same name spelled different. So he didn't say anything else, did he? That's funny to me, bro. Anybody that thinks I'm whining, please super chat. Please super chat, because you know if you're ready to give away your money to and I ain't doing nothing for you, you know what I'm saying? Then super chat, give me your money. Kevin Zeitler makes a ton of sense. He knows the system in and out, and he is on a 1-year contract. Okay, what do we give up for him? What's up, Dana? Hopefully Brad gets an edge and CB today. All right, so what 2 positions or 1 position or 3 positions do you want Brad to get today? But you know what though? I will take all the criticism. First of all, I don't clickbait. That's you never see any sneaky good moves. You never see me clickbait you with an article. And if you do call me clickbaity, you don't understand what clickbait actually means. So I'm not a clickbaiter. But I am right now, I'm at the top of the food chain as far as independent creators. So, and if I'm not at the top, then I'm currently 2nd place, but that's okay because I'll get the number 1 spot back soon enough. I'm not under any corporate thumb. Nobody tells me what to do, and it's going to stay that way. It's going to stay that way. I had a creator reach out to me, really big creator. He was awesome, and he said, you know why I reached out to you? No idea. He said, because you're independent. I said, I appreciate that. I strive to stay independent. Me and my crew, we're going to do everything we can to stay independent. A lot of my stuff is financed through you guys, you know what I'm saying, from watching the videos. So I have had a individual reach out to me who wanted to become a financial partner, and I respectfully turned him down because I wanted to try to do it on my own. I don't know how that's going to turn out, but that's where I wanted to be. Hey, Casey, how are you? 499 says, we fans spend so much of our hard-earned money on tickets and merch and are not allowed to be demanding, ? I hate it. Thanks for never glazing us. You're welcome. You're welcome. Not sure if I'm allowed to glaze, but, you know, I appreciate the donation. And yes, I know what you mean. Yolanda, what up, though? How you doing? Lions Syndicate, do you think you should be the next GM? No, I do not think that. The thing is, no one cares if you're demanding. They will win, and we will follow just like every other fan base, and that's the way it should be. Let them do their job. Arthur, no, because Bob Quinn did his job. What's the dude before that, right? No, absolutely not. No. What are you talking about, bro? We are the people that pack the stadium. That's why the Washington Commanders, when you suck, they don't raise the prices. I can get in the door for $80. I can sit up front for $200. Of course, winning brings in money. So, of course, we should be demanding, because if the product is trash, the prices go down because nobody shows up. So what are you talking about, bro? I don't understand this. I don't understand how a organization, how a fan base like ours can be beat to smithereens and we just take whatever's dangled in front of us. I don't understand that. Brad, we should be demanding of this football team. Y'all remember the blackouts when the games weren't selling out, so they wouldn't show the game? You could watch the game if you weren't in Detroit. I couldn't. That's crazy to me, bro. And you know why they stopped them? Because TV rights, money. I'm a Lions fan, and I'm really disappointed. Well, you don't have to be disappointed, bro. It's not over yet. It's not over. We still got 2 hours and 35 minutes. Who cares who made the trade first? It's about making quality trade to make the team better. It's about winning the Super Bowl, Arthur. That's what it's about. But if it's about making the team better, that's fine. It's about winning the Super Bowl. That's all. I don't care about. I would be a mediocre team who struggles their way to their first Super Bowl and wins it than a great team that falls short. Let me see. Where Sports got into trouble? What did they do? Oh, I heard Sam Flannel was gone. That Sam Flannel was gone. Woodward Sports fell off a cliff, bro. I think Arthur is Brad in disguise. You know what, man? Look, everybody had their opinion, and it's, you know, sports is a real passionate thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, people like Twitter is crazy, man. Blah, blah, blah. We going at each other over our opinion. It is what it is. None of us control the team, but we have a say-so. We control whether or not we go to these games. There was a time that y'all should see my look at this. Look at this. All right. The Saint, hold on. Let me show y'all something. Let me show you something. Because y'all didn't get to see this. Look at this. I almost dropped it. He got the Shakira hips. So I had it in front of me, but he moved so easy that it was distracting. So I had to put him off to the other side. Yeah, I had to move him. I am disappointed in the way we play. All right, so let me ask y'all this. The Lions roster as is, do you think we win a Super Bowl? Do you think we can win the Super Bowl? Dan gets an ultimate pass when we lose to teams with less talent. It's the GM or the coach. Okay, so Lions Live 365. I don't know who you're watching and who says that. I don't, okay? When I look at the grand scheme of things, right, I look at this. The players have to play, right? Dan has to coach, and Dan is not faultless. Like, for instance, everybody wants to blame John Morton. If you want to blame John Morton, okay, fine, but Dan Campbell needs some credit, some blame as well, because Dan Campbell yanked Anthony Lynn halfway through the season. He didn't fire Aaron Glenn when we wanted him fired back in the beginning of their tenure. Right? So if you're going to blame John Morton, then you should also blame Dan Campbell. So Dan Campbell is not blameless. He's not blameless. But one thing I can say about Dan Campbell is that Dan Campbell will take responsibility. He will say, I didn't have the guys ready. He will say all of that stuff. He will say, when you look at the arrogance of Brad Holmes, it's very much on display. He wears a hoodie that says, a villain of positional value, right? You can't tell him anything. Dan Campbell is, to me, much more of a responsibility taker than Brad Holmes. I missed the super chat. Demont Webb, appreciate you, bro, says, what do you think needs to happen in free agency? Do you think Brad Holmes will step up, or do you think nothing will happen? I believe in Brad. Okay, so I don't know. But what I will say is that I think that the Lions are going to be in one of the toughest spots that they've been in since Brad and Dan took over. They are in a tough spot. This is what we have to do off the top of the head next season. Can anybody tell me how many people are on the defensive line? How many people do we have signed for next year? How many people on the D-line do we have? We've got 4 or 5. DJ Reader has void years, so he's not on the team. We've got Hutch, Lacey, Williams, Wingo, and I think it's one more. Dan won't hear the end of it. Brad will be the downfall of the Lions. You keep Dan, get rid of Brad. We got blacked out of home games for a full season. I'm not sure how many people they have, but I can't say I just want a Super Bowl. All right. Also, so next year we have the 4 guys I named: Hutch, Lacey, Tyleek, Wingo, and I think it's one more. It might only be 4. So not only does Brad, who we're losing, DJ Reader, Marcus Davenport, Josh Pascal, Levi Onwuzurike, Pat O'Connor, I almost called him Ed O'Connor, Pat O'Connor, defensive line wiped out. He has to extend Brian Branch, Sam Laporta, Jahmyr Gibbs, Jack Campbell, on top of the offensive line, on top of the limited amount of early round picks we have because we traded a 3rd rounder for a guy that doesn't play. You want to blame John Morton, you should also blame Dan Campbell. And the reason that I come at Brad is because Brad is responsible for assembling the team. Dan is responsible for coaching the team, and everything falls under that umbrella. Keeping Aaron Glenn, keeping Anthony Lynn, having John Morton get Jamison Williams more involved, right? But do you really want your coach telling your offensive coordinator what to do? I'm not sure. That's how trouble starts. C-Pool with the donation. Appreciate you, my man. $5 super chat says 33 in total, 13 on defense, and all 2 LBs and only 2 edges, only 2 top 100 picks. Eagles traded again? For who? No, hey, y'all are lying, bro. It ain't no way. It ain't no way. Who they trade for? Who did they trade for, bro? It ain't no way. Oh, man. And who reported it so I can pull it up? Marcus is trash, a football player. Dan can feeling the pressure on the way he's answering some of the questions. All right, so let me ask you. Right now, halfway through season 5, do you think that Brad and or Dan have earned another extension? Put yes or no in the comment section. I'm a ticket holder for 45 years. Sonia, hey, that must be awesome. You've seen everything. I'm on the list. Hopefully I'll get it next year. I think giving up their 2 breast coordinators kind of hurt a little less than just the lies. Wait, what? Maybe Dan should call the offensive plays. Goff is unpredictable. He panics so fast, throws crappy passes. He needs to move. Lions Syndicate, what would be your reaction if we took another defensive tackle in the first round next year? You know what, man? I don't know. I get tired of crashing out. I'm like, yo, I get his team too much power. Dan has Brad. We will see. Dan, yes. I'm not sure about Brad, though. Hold on. My wife just texted me. Unfortunately, you may not make it to see a Super Bowl then. The problem with Jared is up the middle pressure affects him because he can't move, and our up the middle offensive line is the weakness of the team. Yeah, I can agree with that, Art. Lions Syndicate, what would be your reaction? Okay, I already read that one. Let me see. Can't put the instant A-gap pressure on Goff. Time to reevaluate. Okay, Sonia says yes. Michael Carter. Wait a minute, Michael Carter. I thought they already traded for him. Eagles traded Brown for a first. Who? A.J. Brown? Wait, A.J. Brown was traded? Ain't no way. Who? Oh, wait, who? All right, who put it out? Who put that out? Hold on, let me check my... Okay, so it's not true. Hey, yo, what's up, fellas? Do me a favor. Gage, if you got time, bro, drop it. Like, if something major happens, put it in this feed, man, because I'm not really getting any... somebody said A.J. Brown was traded. So, yeah. Oop. Okay, so is that cap? If you come in here, if you are a liar, you're going to get a 24-hour ban. So do not do that. I'm going to give you a warning. Do not come in here on some nonsense, okay? That's your one warning. Do not put false trade rumors in here or false trade pretend trades. Don't do that. Okay, we need a guard in O-line and edge, or we can just give up. Nothing without these 2 positions. Brad Holmes is a joke. Ban him. I'm following Adam Schefter. He capping. Okay. Yeah, I follow all of them too, bro. I got everything pulled up. A.J. Brown was not traded. Okay. All right. Yeah, all right. So no false fake trades, okay? That's your one warning. Do not do it. If you do it, you will be banned. I need to make that a comment. Wow, I just sold my A.J. Brown jersey. Who lied? Y'all stupid, bro. Y'all need to stop playing. Howie Roseman already said he's not trading A.J. Brown. Relax, Alliance can be beat. You must be voice texting. You must be voice texting, Arthur. I would love for the Detroit Lions to get a better quarterback. All right. Okay. So let's do this. All right. How do you make this team better? What do you do to make this team better? Jared Goff is okay. He's not going anywhere. Let me do this. Let me pull up. I'm going to pull up. Hey, my tweet got a lot of people in their feelings, man. Oh, it was tweeted and then retracted. So, wow. All right. So let me pull up and we're going to discuss this because the trading Jared Goff annoys me. Here's another thing too, y'all. Y'all think I'm just attacking Brad Holmes. I'm not doing that. I think he's a good GM. I think he made some phenomenal picks. I think that he has done a really good job with where this team came from. Okay. I think his mistakes are big. They're big. You traded up for Vaki. You traded up for Martin. You traded Trinity Benson. Nobody ever talks about that stuff. Like every move matters. And then when you get to free agency, you don't do it. You do very little. Then when you get to the draft, you know what I'm saying? Like that's where you kill it, but then you also make mistakes, but then you act like free agency doesn't matter. And then you get practice squad guys, right? Eventually you've got to do something. You've got to think outside the box. And I don't think outside of the Jahmyr Gibbs pick that a lot of people had him thinking outside the box and it was a reach and all that stuff. I don't think it was, but a lot of people do. Outside of that, you can't really name a think outside the box pick for Brad Holmes. Trade, nothing. You traded for Zadarius Smith because you needed to. You traded for Jonathan Peoples-Jones. Why? There was no reason to do that. Zero. You had zero reason to trade for DPJ, but you did it. Right? In a year that we could have used an edge rusher. Chase Young, I'm not saying that we should have got him, but he went for a third. We could have that was the year that we supposedly wanted Daniil Hunter. Woodward Sports is just a bunch of doom and gloom punks. I say trade for an edge. Sonia says, I never saw A.J. Brown being traded. Vaki trash, Martin trash, Marcus trash. One of these four choices, who would you pick for an edge rusher with the Lions to make a move? Trey Hendrickson, Cam Jordan, Arden Key, or Jermaine Johnson? That's kind of a loaded question. Arden Key, no. Cam Jordan, no. Cam Jordan is too slow. He is too slow, bro. Jermaine Johnson is on what year of his deal, and Trey Hendrickson is on the last year of his deal. So it depends on the capital. Nobody cares about being trash. Bears Marcus. My bad, Waddle to Packers, just a rumor. Few. Oh, I did hear a rumor that the Denver Broncos from Ricky Scoops was saying that they might make a oh my God type of trade. Okay, that's what I was supposed to be doing, Goff. All right, so if something happens, legit happens, y'all need to spam it in the chat because I might miss it. So I need to for me to see it, just put it in the chat until I do see it. I would appreciate that. Yeah, hey, listen, I came here to take names and chew bubble gum. And I'm all out of bubble gum. Everybody getting called out this year, bro. Everybody getting called out this year. Marcus Crenshaw with the super chat, $4.99, says, from Detroit, living in Italy in the military. Love your podcast. Hope we pull something off today. Well, appreciate you, man, for what you do. Appreciate the super chat as well. And yeah, I wouldn't hold your breath, man. Would not hold your breath. Amir, the Lions fan, super chat, $5, says, if Brad did a move like the coach just did, but back in 2023 for an edge rusher, we would have a stud and a Super Bowl instead of TA and Tyreek. Well, I can agree that we would have won a Super Bowl. Seen some rumors Pollard may go to New England. Should have re-signed Zeitler. I'm heading to the Commanders game on Saturday. Sonia, right now, I will be there as well. Right now. I haven't canceled my plane ticket. But yeah, I will be there. The only issue is my dumb behind. So I'm flying in. I'm getting there like 10:45 in the morning. So I can't check in until after 3 o'clock. So I'm like, you idiot. I should have just waited. I leave Saturday. So do I. 6:45 in the morning. Wavy Ed, what up, though? No big move or Super Bowl. I just don't see it. All right, so let's do this. Let's attack the Jared Goff thing first, and then we'll talk about what do you think will happen if the Lions don't make the Super Bowl? Because I'm going to be real with you. The ride is great. Going to these games, fantastic. The content, amazing. I want a Super Bowl. I keep imagining what the Super Bowl would do for the city, what it'd do for us Lions creators. I mean, we could see a huge spike in content, views, subscribers, right? Lions winning a Super Bowl literally would feed families. It also make us champions, which is something we haven't been under the Super Bowl era. Okay. All right. So everybody talking about Jared Goff. let's talk about Jared Goff and let's look at what it would cost in order to move on from him. All right. So after 3 years, after acquiring him from the Rams, the Detroit Lions extended Jared Goff to a 4-year, $134 million extension that includes $170 practically guaranteed, which is insane. $113 million of which is fully guaranteed at signing, and $53 million per year. Goff becomes the second highest average paid player in NFL history. All right, let's go down. Blah da 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 da. All right. So, do you see this? You see the cap hit for this year is $32 million. The cap hit for next year is $69 million. The dead cap is $63 million. The year after that, 54, and then 29. 61 million is the cap hit. Here's our potential out. Jared Goff is going nowhere. He's going nowhere. So you can do whatever you want to do. But here's what I love. For all the praise that Brad Holmes gets, you know what we do? We completely dump on Jared Goff. Why doesn't anybody ever attack Brad Holmes? Why? Why doesn't, when you mention Jared Goff, wasn't it Brad's decision to trade for him? Wasn't it Brad's decision to extend him? Wasn't it Brad to lock Jared Goff in for 3 more seasons? And yet, Goff gets all the criticism. I have never once heard any podcaster say it's Brad Holmes' fault for extending him. Why is that? True story. I bought I believe in Davenport short, and I wore it in Detroit and came across Brad Holmes in the store. He just shook his, hey, Austin, you lying, bro. You are lying. That cannot be real. You, dog, why did you not say something? That can't be real, bro. You are capping. You need receipts. I need receipts. You Lions fan. Okay, Keith, what fan are you? What fan? Everybody in the chat, let's give Keith the floor. Keith, you got 15 seconds to comment. What team are you? Austin. Hey, bro. Dog. Why are you just now telling me this? Why are you just now telling me this, bro? Oh, my God. Yo, let's go. So, Brad, no, you better know. And my logo is on it, bro. Shout out to you. Let's go. Okay, Lions all the way. So you said Lions fans are lame. So you're lame as well, right? That's what you're saying, that you are a lame. I like being called a lame. You can call me a lame. They said Will Smith was a lame too. Let me see. Bears are traded for a defensive end. Yes. Yep. Do you think Dan Campbell will lose his job? No, I do not. It's the line. It's the line, not Goff. LOL Derek. I'm not hating on Goff. Keith is referring to Goff haters. Oh, okay. You gotta be specific, bro. He was after that smack. Well, he was after the smack. Let me see. Chiefs fans are lame. Bears is traded for defensive end. Yes. Yep. We know. And we have 2 hours and 15 minutes until the trade deadline is over. Yeah. But he doesn't know that. We don't know that, Lions. He don't know that. Lions not doing a dang thing. So, but did anybody answer the question? Anybody answer the question? Why does nobody point the finger at Brad Holmes for not only trading for Jared Goff, but extending him? What's up, Terry? Says, Derek, I love what you do. I'm a Detroit in KC. I appreciate that, bro. I know it must be tough for you. Would you give up a second for Sam Cosmi from the Washington to shore up the G spot? The G spot. Do you think we'll trade for anyone? No. Oh, then do I still got this picture in here? No, I don't. Dang. I wish I still had it. Chat GTB is undefeated, bro. Broncos fan here secretly who loves the Lions. Hey, LOL. Make sure you subscribe to Bronco Syndicate, man. One of our sister channels. This bandit from Detroit Sports Report. What up, though, man? I know if the Lions trade for nothing, you're going to crash out. No, I'm not. I'm not crashing out, bro. I'm not going to crash out. What about the rookie edge on his last year in Seattle? What's his name? What up, Reg? I got your point. You got to point the finger at Brad. He never got a DE. Then the guy relied on and got hurt again. Okay. Let me see. He didn't trade for Goff. We don't have the team we did today. Okay. All right. So we traded for Goff. We don't have the team we had today. Fine. What about the extension? What about the extension? The only thing I don't like about Goff contract is the no trade clause. All right. So this is coming from Underdog NFL. Says teams continue to call Jets about edge Jermaine Johnson per Connor J. Hughes. Offers include a second-round pick. Let me put my phone up here, bro. I need to be Black Adam Schefter. All right, more trades. Oh, that's old. Okay, that's old. That's old. Only thing I don't like, okay, I read that. Let me see. I don't think Goff is the problem. What's up, Seth? I really wish Matthew Stafford was on this team, but I do kind of like Gear Goff. You can only crash out during the draft. Hey, Jay. Yeah, I don't know, bro. I think I'm all a lot of crashes. Blaming Jared Goff and offensive line men sucks. It's over, bro. I saw Sauce go from the Jet. That means a lot. Yeah, the Jets are trying to get better for the future. They're trying to get better for the future. Brad is trying to find some practice squad guys or some dudes coming off serious injuries. Dollar General Brad home shopping for a discount. Lions need a guard. Brad stay at homes. Won't do nothing. That's funny. That's funny. Bradley, Matthias, Jerome, Cornelius, Peanut Punch Holmes. Lions defense needs to step up. Brad save a lot Holmes. That's funny. Okay, so none of y'all can answer the question. Nobody answered the question. I thought Brad was going through it after he saw your shirt. Also, it's very good quality and one of my favorite shirts, so thank you. Austin, well, first of all, bro, your name says Austin the Menace will prank you, all right? So it's going to be hard with no receipts to believe you, but I want to believe you. Second, I had to balance quality and price, right? So if the first company I was going to go with, I had to buy the shirts outright, and they would have been super expensive to sell. So this company, like the sweaters, bro, the sweaters are probably my favorite. Heavy, nice quality, but in order to get you the stuff at a decent price, I had to, keep the cost low. Defense needs to step up. Well, he can go and take Goff with them because these people are casuals. They just react to stuff without thinking. I heard Alex Anzalone and a second for Trey. From where okay, if you come in the chat and you heard anything, I need you to source where you heard it from. I need you to do that. Just another instance of that smug punt, Bragg Holmes, sucking the joy out of the fans. The Lions are experts at getting excited for nothing. That might be the comment of the day. The defense has been carrying this team for the past few weeks. I'm getting tweets about St. Brown Foundation, which is fantastic, but that's crazy. What up, TG? Yeah, okay, so I haven't heard. People have been telling me about this I'm sorry, Goff arguing with John Morton. I don't know. Brad don't give a fart. Is Giovanni the second coming of Roderick Martin? I'm not a prankster. My cousin did that to prank me, and I do really like the quality. Well, I was just saying based off your name, man. The way Alex been playing nobody. Hey, but here's the deal. They did, first of all, the Bengals defense sucks. It sucks. They did lose a linebacker even though he wasn't playing. So I wouldn't say no. And I'm gonna tell you this. Don't be surprised if a person on an expiring contract gets traded. Think about this. Alex Anzalone, in a way, it would make sense to trade him the same way it would make sense for the Cincinnati Bengals to trade away Trey. You're not going to extend him unless you think Alex is going to sign a bigger deal and get you a nice comp pick. But that comp pick isn't going to go into play until 2027, which is Brad and Dan's last year right now, right? So if I say this, if I say Brad and Dan, their last year is 2027, that is a fact right now. I'm not saying it's going to stay that way, but you can't even say that because Lions fans they'll get extended. Okay, maybe they will. All I'm saying is what the facts are. The facts are right now, their last year is in 2027. At this point, we will be pulling for Ben Johnson in the Super Bowl. Bro, stop it. Do you know if the Lions were not, okay. I'm going to just based off the statistics, the Lions are not going to lose against the Washington Commanders. They're without Jaden Daniels. We haven't lost 2 in a row for 3 years. I'm going to ride on that until it actually happens. So I don't think that the Lions are going to lose against the Commanders. But if we somehow do, or any point in the season, the Bears have a better record than us after starting 0-2, and like right now, the Detroit Lions are the 7th seed. The seed right under them is the Bears. Do you ship your clothes to the UK? Dan, you know what? I don't think it ships to the UK. Okay, the website might, but maybe I can do something when I can buy some shirts and then send them to people out of the country. So maybe I can do that. Let me see. I think Goff would restructure if Brad showed him a good reason, like going after a difference maker that takes them over the top. But if he won't, then why wouldn't JG take his money? We can get rid of Morton. Derek, how you doing? What's up, JP? Says, really hoping we do something. Guard and edge. If Brad doesn't do anything, I am starting to think he's good with 10-7 and maybe 1 playoff win each year. And Chicago has a better schedule. Oh my God, if we lose to the Commanders, you might need a break from the Lions. You know what, man? I was telling my wife this, and I was like, it's hard when you do something and you make money from it, but it's passion-based because, like, I used to love the Pistons. And then when the Pistons lost in 2005, the way they lost, man, I was watching until the team started to fall apart. So I think Ben Wallace, after we won the championship, he went to Chicago, right? Or like after 2005, I think he went to Chicago. He came back. Then the team started falling apart. Chauncey and them, they traded Chauncey. I think Rip was the last one there. And then I just kind of fell out of love with him. And I haven't, and now basketball is so soft, it's almost unwatchable. But I hope that doesn't happen with the Lions. Rap Sheet reported that the Bears-Browns trade. Yeah, I think that's the one that happened a couple minutes ago or whatever. So thank you. Don't care about the Lions being divisional champions. Just get to the playoffs and Super Bowl, says TM. Are there any rumors? No, they're not. Right now, they are. Hey, you know what? 3, I don't believe in jinxes. So if that's what you're alluding to about, I'm right now, but I am thinking about canceling. If I can cancel my ticket and get my money back, I might cancel. But I will go to Philly the next week. I haven't been there. But I want to go to stadiums I haven't seen at least once. J Monique, Brad still asleep. Brad is Brad is a young punk. Okay, it says, of these 4 choices, who would you pick for an edge rush that lines up? Okay, Greg, you asked me that question already. It depends on the capital. It depends. Okay, so Trey Hendrickson, what's the capital? How bad is his injury? Jermaine Johnson, how many years? What's the money like? Arden Key, Cam Jordan would be my last. Cam is slow, bro. Every time I watch the NFL highlights, he is slow. He always running the court. Jared Goff could probably outrun Cam Jordan. So I'm good on him. He seems like a nice guy, but I'm good on Cam. Drop me a message. I'll be keen for some merch. Oh, hey, Dan, email me, man. It's in the description. Email me. And, yeah, we could do I don't know. We could figure something out. Billups is now in trouble with the, yes, he is. Oh, look, let me show y'all this. Okay. So I legitimately have a gift. Legitimately have a gift. So my wife, long time ago, So we've been married for about 10 years. And she says, like, not everybody can do YouTube, right? And she says that I have the gift of gab. So, and I tell this story a lot. At first, I was, you know, I was offended because usually if somebody say you have the gift of gab, it means you talk too much, right? So I'm just like, dang, that's kind of bold, blah, blah, blah. But then I realized, like, I do. Not everybody has the gift to be entertaining, to make sense. You know what I'm saying? To what you need to do to be on YouTube and be successful. And so she was right. But I get people's honey bunches in oats. You know what I'm saying? If you catch I get they honey bunches in oats. Okay? Look at this. Look at this. All right. Check this out. He doesn't always make trades, but when he does, he prefers practice squad players. He is the most interesting GM in the world. Look at this. So I put this out about an hour and a half ago. Okay. Look at the number of views. 15,000 views, and it's not even 2 hours old. It's got 28 retweets, 300 likes, 5 bookmarks, and 28 comments. And then I had some idiot, Joe Chap, try to call me out. Like I said, bro, I'm calling out everybody. I don't give a care. I'm calling out everybody, bro. I'm going to the Rams games as well. You know what, Sonia? I wanted to go to that game, but I got some friends out there. They want to kick it with me, and I would have to stay for like 5 days. So I'm trying to figure that out. The Lions will never make it to a Super Bowl. If Brad Bobblehead trying to stop at the dollar store. Oh, y'all got to see. Look. Hold on. I got an even better one. This, shout out to GTP, because that one was okay. That one was if Brad was aged, because I told it to make him look like the most interesting man in the world from the Dos Equis commercial. But this one might be the best rendition of Brad Holmes that it's done. I have to find it. I put it up a couple days ago. This one right here is by far the best. And I used this a couple days ago. I told it to put Brad Holmes, general manager, shopping at the dollar store. And that right there is the best rendition of Brad Holmes that it's done. So, yeah, man, shout out to Chat GTP. I'm new to the game. Okay, Dan, appreciate that. I'm new to the Chat GTP game. I feel like Brad gonna wait till the last minute to get the best deal for an absolute bum. Well, it wouldn't be any worse than Donovan Peoples-Jones. Let me see. If we don't make a move, Super Bowl window is closed. After the Washington game and come out to Cali. Hey, so if anybody has Southwest, when can you cancel your tickets? Does anybody know? Do you think if Bob Quinn and Patricia were still the main two, we would be where we are now? I think we would be worse. We would be where they were miserable. They were miserable. Yeah, that needs to be a t-shirt. Okay, the only problem is I can't legally sell his image because it doesn't belong to me. It belongs to the NFL. So, and it looks so much like him. I would need it like exaggerated or something like that. Brad is he is interesting. He is complex. I'm so exhausted from this team and the Lions not trying. Okay, so let me ask y'all this. Is it just me, or does this year feel off? It feels different. It doesn't feel like even the 1-6 year. Something about this year feels a little off to me. It's like a toxic relationship. First move, get rid of Morton. You can do it. I like you did the Hut shirt. Yes, I can't do that. Bro, I didn't even get the noti that you were live. Yeah, you know what? YouTube hasn't been sending out notifications for a while. Feels off. What's up, Drew? Feels like we kind of suck. Yep, there's something. Yeah, bro, like that's what it feels like. Like it's something in the air. And that's why I think that after this year, like this year is when, to me, the heat's going to be turned up on Brad. And here's what I mean. And I've been saying this for a year, that I'm not saying he's going to get fired. What I'm saying is that I think the media is going to begin to criticize him. I think the local media, so you got the national media, the local media. I think that the fan base are going to start, they're going to start, the glazing is going to be minimized. It's going to be between the end of our season and the draft and free agency. It's going to minimize a lot. It feels like the 0-16 season. A lot of people looking at him differently if we don't make a trade at the deadline. But see, now he has to make enough. He has to do enough. Because now we need a guard. Taylor Decker won't be here. Oh, that's another thing. We're going to need a left tackle next year, unless we move Panay to left tackle. If we move him to left tackle, we're going to need a right tackle. Who knows? We might even get a center in free agency if they don't think Tay can cut it. This team is up against it next year. I'm telling you, man, you have to take advantage of the opportunities in front of you when they're in front of you. Hence the Philadelphia Eagles. Howie Roseman ain't playing around. He's not playing around. And what I'm going to do, right, is I am going to be the voice of reason. I don't care who making videos. I don't care who got something to say on Twitter or Reddit. I don't care what other Detroit Lions content creators there are out there. I'm gonna bring some new light on this football team. Ever since Dan Campbell came in and Brad Holmes came in, and we didn't really think so highly of them. Okay. To me, when they were 1-6 and Sheila had to come out and publicly support them, that was their lowest moment. It was. They turned it around and now we're legit contenders. How long is that going to be like that? Right? And contenders is great for a team that's been miserable for 60 years or 30, right? Contenders is great. Look at what happened with Barry. Barry thought, if you watch Bye Bye Barry, he said he thought they was going to be back. He thought the Lions were going to be back to where they were. They never got there. What's up, bro? Says we are cooked. We can't go through another coach, and Dan is the coach. Yes, Dan, look, Dan, here's the bottom line. Dan Campbell and Brad Holmes are signed through this year, through next year, and through the year after that. Right now, they don't have any additional years. That's right now. Not saying that they won't, but right now they are the coach of this team and the GM of this team for the next 2.5 years. I don't expect that to change. I don't necessarily want it to change. But what I will say is that I compare Brad Holmes to Mark Jackson. Brad Holmes will have built this team. Somebody will come in and they will finish the job. That's how it's going to be. I mean, wouldn't it be crazy? How often has a general manager been let go, but the coach has been retained? Like, how often does that happen? Paradise says with the donation, I don't think we are legit contenders. So I've been on this same ledge the whole time I've been on YouTube. I've been one of the only ones that have ever consistently been on Brad for the good and the bad. I'm the only one that talked about the miserable Trinity Benson trade. Like they thought Trinity Benson was good. Don't forget that. They thought Trinity Benson was good. I'm gonna be real, and I'm gonna say it because I didn't watch anybody. And when I say I am the only one, I'm talking about my fellow YouTubers. I'm not talking about media pundits or national media or local media. I'm talking about media YouTubers, the new media. In my space, there's not a lot of people that have been consistently critical of Brad Holmes. Lions already have a GM in the waiting. Okay, Morris with the super chat. Who would that be? All right, listen, I'm going to go grab me a Diet Pepsi. I will be right back. The stream is still on, but I'm just going to. Dog, Quinnen Williams is going to the Cowboys. Dang! Oh my God! Holy smokes! Dang! Yo! Hey, Jera. Oh, their season might be cooked. But Quinnen Williams, hey, you know what that means, right? That means that the Cowboys, the Jets are done, bro. The Jets are done. Wow. Holy smokes. So that's two big stars. Hey, okay, what is the compensation? They don't have it yet. Oh my God. Listen, this is not about necessarily the Cowboys. They got the Micah Parsons first round picks. Then they probably gave, okay, here it is. Oh no. Oh, wow. Wow, bro. Yee. Jets having a fire sale. They having a fire. That's what that means, man. Yeah, I got to get the Diet Pepsi, bro. It's been look, we still got 2 hours to be on. It was just one first rounder. Hold on, let me bring it in. Dog. I love this. I love this. Because what this is doing is this is putting pressure on Brad Holmes. Hey, you know what? I'm gonna be real. Jerry Jones, he is good at what he does. He good at what he does. He will make sure that his team stays in the media, bro. Holy smokes. All right. Yeah, I'll bring it in when they have the when they have the Capitol. Okay, here it is. Oh, yeah, it's right there. Okay, let me bring it in. Hold on. Holy smokes. So this is what he was talking about. Woo-wee. Hey, hold on. I gotta give Jerry this. This is an inside joke.
You're freaking, I know.
No.
You're freaking, I
Show.
Freaking, they
told me you was a freak. It's an inside joke. It's an inside joke. Holy moly. All right, here we go. Woo-wee. Lions is like, where'd you go? Oh, no, wait, hold on. Hold on, man. Where is it at? Oh, man, hold on. This the Lions right here, bro. They like. Where'd you go? I miss you so. Hey, dang, bro. What the hell? Okay, all right, here it is. Ian Rappaport says the Cowboys are trading for Jets Pro Bowl defensive tackle Quinnen Williams, sending a first-round pick and more to New York, per the insiders. A new home for one of the NFL's best team that values interior defensive linemen as the New York Jets build for the future. And that's exactly what they're doing. The Jets insisted it would take a mammoth offer to move their star. They trade 2 of them, both with insane offers. So when we get more details of that, we have got to know. Holy smokes, bro. Let me see. Hold on. We got, appreciate you. Detroit Lions says, why couldn't we trade for Sauce? Because I don't know. Would you trade 5 years? Paradise with the super chat says, would you trade 5 years of your life for a Lions Super Bowl win? Who here would? How important is a Lions Super Bowl to everyone really? Scale 1 to 10. All right. It's a 10 for me, but I'm not going to trade 5 years of my life. I got a wife. I got a son. Life is, you only get one, right? I'm not going to do that, but I still put it on 10. C. Poole with the super chat says, this year feels flat. I believe it started at the draft. I've heard Brad planned on trading down, but no offers. The draft room was very quiet, and they seemed less than enthusiastic about Williams. Okay, C. Poole, appreciate that, but why did they take him? Why did they take him? Because he was there? Was he the best? They got an offer from Howie to move down. When did this channel become so hateful toward the Lions? Already gone. First of all, I appreciate your membership, and I don't know what you talking about, bro. I have no idea. You don't hear no hate coming from me. And I don't know what you talking about. That junk is crazy to me, bro. I've never hated on this team. I've always been realistic. And for you to be a member is kind of surprising that you don't even know that. Hateful toward the Lions. What, because I'm demanding of my team to win a Super Bowl? Come on, man, like you should be. What are we talking about? You see what I'm saying? What? When did this channel become hateful? There's not an ounce of hate in my body about this team. Two guys in the podcast. I'd rather have Josh Allen. What Lions would you trade? Do we have any to trade? That's the question. Brad treats draft picks like diamonds. He never gets rid of them. Jets loading up on picks. Brad better do something. He's not going to do anything. And if he does, it's going to be the trade deadline is over at 4 o'clock. 4 o'clock our time. The best channel. This is the best channel, Lions channel on YouTube. I don't understand. Like, why do I call? And see, that's another reason why I have to stand out. I have to stand out, man, because it's so many Glazers out there. It's insane, bro. This is crazy. Jets need all the help in the world. Tia Martin, they do. Watching this stream while I'm on my lunch break, ready to crash out when Brad does nothing. Well, y'all can crash out for me because I'm not doing it. Trade Alexander Zaloni. No big moves in free agency, and too bad. Because see, all of this stuff is going to add up. Like, let's be very clear. Brad has done a lot for this team. He's traded away Matthew Stafford. He took that, turned it into picks who have done well for this team. He's had misses as well. Do the good outweigh the bad? Yes, as far as the draft. But when you look into free agency, in certain parts, you got to call cap. You got to call a spade a spade. Broderick Martin, spade. Sione Vaki, spade. Hendon Hooker, spade. Right? I just found out that the TJ Hawkinson trade turned into Hendon Hooker and Broderick Martin or something like that. Like I saw it today. Like, so what we're doing is holding him accountable. And I don't know about you. So Paradise left the super chat and said, would I trade 5 years of my life for a Super Bowl? No, I would not. I wouldn't. At the same time, I could also be dead in 5 years. I would like to see my team win a Super Bowl before that happens. Who knows? And I'm not even being funny. Okay. I'm hearing that there are planes almost crashing into each other. And that alone had me almost cancel my flight to Washington. Like, dog. So it's not even a game to me. So anybody, you know what I'm saying? Like, so this channel is not about hate. It never has been. But it's always been called that because I don't fall in line like everybody else. But that also is why I'm where I'm at. I've always been like this. Even when I was on my other channel, I've never conformed to public opinion. Brad has done a lot, but has he done enough? No. Morris with the dono super chat, that's the whole point. It's not enough. And yes, it's been half a decade. If January of this year, January of 2026 gets here, it's been half a decade, and the Lions have 2 playoff wins, all right, and an NFC Championship game. Is that enough for you? If so, okay. Now, what are the next 10 years? Does Brad and Dan's... So I asked you a question. Has y'all said that, okay, I am going to ask this question. Okay. Who, as you know what, I'm not gonna say anything. All right, so here's the compensation for Quinnen Williams. It's a future first rounder for the Jets and a 2026 second. That's it? So the first rounder might not even be in 2026. Okay. There is no wrong answer here. All right, so there's a poll. I'll be right back. Let me go grab my non-sponsored Diet Pepsi. I'll be right back. And hold on. You know what? Let me put this in. All right, and we are back. Had to get my... All right, so check it out. So, I forgot that we play both the Cowboys and the Eagles. So we got to deal with Jalen Phillips and now Quinnen Williams. So that should be fun. That's going to be a fun time. And with the O-line that we have, that's going to be fun. Discount mentality is relative in the big leagues, bro. Got to get rid of Tim Patrick for Tesla. Got rid of Tim Patrick for Tesla. Hold on. Oh, y'all. Hey, you gotta see this. Oh no. Oh, poor Breece Hall. Breece Hall, look, Breece Hall is shook, bro. Look at this. Oh, Lord. This Breece Hall. That brother shook. Oh, shoot. Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, and remember I told y'all that I got People's Honey Bunches in oats, right? I told y'all that I got People's Honey Bunches in oats. I want y'all to see something. Look at this, bro. So we just brought in the tweet of Brad Holmes being the most interesting GM in the world, right? We just brought it in. I want to show y'all where this tweet is at right now. Let me update it. Look at this. So if you're new, if you haven't seen this before, I put this out about 2 hours ago. Says he doesn't always make trades, but when he does, he prefers practice squad players. He is the most interesting GM in the world. Look at this. It's now sitting at 22,000 views. And I just showed y'all it was at 16 like an hour ago. Not even that. I'll be having People's Honey Bunches and oats, bro. That's crazy. Can the Lions trade for Jermaine Johnson now? They might be able to. They might. Hey, look, non-sponsor. And usually I don't do this. Hey, these mugs right here, they're expensive. But they seem to be helping me. The immunity boost things, they're expensive. This thing is $4, bro. Tesla don't play. Should be a third option. Saying neither. Okay, let me see. Ooh. Ooh. What up, y'all? Hey, y'all didn't, y'all, it ain't no way you turn it on Bradley Mathias, Jerome Cornelius, Leonardo Holmes like that. 2% out of 259 votes. Y'all saying 2% for Bradley Mathias? Say it ain't so. Say it ain't so. Oh, boy. Woo. Woo. That mug ain't no joke. Very salty about Lions trading for defensive tackle Roger Martin for the Chiefs. We gonna get, I should have got my glasses. Who else does the Jets have that we might want? Jermaine Johnson. Jermaine Johnson. He probably the only one. Maybe yeah, he's probably the only one. Let me see if I can pull up his information. But hey, Aaron Glenn. Wait, what is it? Brad Holmes. he gonna cook signing a third stringer that got cut after the deadline. Jermaine Johnson contract. This is the first time we've been on this long for the trade deadline, so we're gonna do this every year. And like I told y'all, man, my goal is to bring you the best fan experience, good and bad, from the about the Detroit Lions. So I got some ideas of things that I want to do for next season. I should be a season ticket holder next year, hopefully. I was 2 days off from getting my season ticket, so that's what makes me think that I'll be a season ticket holder for next year. But I want to create the experience for the fan. Like, that's my whole thing. Okay, listen. If somebody thinks that Tesla was a reach, that's their opinion. It's their opinion. It's hard to argue that right now because he's not being used. And then if he's not being used, there's enough blame to go around. You can blame Brad, you can blame Dan, you can blame Johnny Morton. There's enough blame to go around. Why did we trade Tim Patrick if we weren't going to use the guy that, we traded for? Okay. For some reason, Spot Track isn't working. Wait. Oh, okay, that's old. Does Tesla have even 5 targets? I literally only remember 3. I don't know. Lions Live 365. That's not what we're acting like. We're not acting like that. You see 5 and 3. I see Super Bowl. These numbers don't mean anything to me. Getting to the playoffs is all that matters. These numbers are to get to the playoffs. In the playoffs is all that matters. Bro, Jackson Powers, Johnson, and Reek would make me happy. Not going to hope for an edge when Brad just trying to prove all fans wrong by not getting one. We love that. You know what, man? I've never done... So I would have got on at 3. I would have got on at 3. But like 3 to 4:30. But I think I'm going to do this. I think I'm going to get on like at noon because we're on all day for the draft. Let me see. Damon Siles with the $5 super chat and a member says they can't even make use of JMO. What makes people think they're going to make use of Tesla? All right, for some reason I can't bring up Jermaine Johnson's contract. But let me ask you this. So Dan Campbell supported AG. He supported AG. Okay. So the compensation, the Jets get A.D. Mitchell and Mozzie Smith. So they did get rid of him. Hey, low key, the Jets got something cooking. They got something cooking over there. He not doing anything, bro. I already know it. Yeah, I said it yesterday. Trade for 2 guards, Goff, go down, we finish. Yeah, We are. Brad is smart to stay pat. He has to play Gibbs, Laporte, and Campbell, and realistic. One of them is going to be the odd man out. Okay, so here's the thing, though, Stan. We got $21 million this year. We could trade for a loaner. If we really thought we were in true contention for a Super Bowl that we don't know if we're going to ever get back to, why not trade for a guy that's going to help take you all the way? And you have no commitment to him past the season. And if he walks, you get a comp pick most likely. Can we get rid of John Morton? We absolutely can. Dan Campbell makes the decisions. He could fire him today. What holds this team back isn't the lack of players. It's the play calling that only includes 2 of 5 stars on the offense. Thank you. Thank you, two guys. I cannot, it just kept spinning. Y'all keep blaming the OC, but Goff has to spread the ball and not just throw to St. Brown and Laporta. Okay, so 3-on-1. Look, to me, bro, it's blame all around. Like the O-line, we don't have a top 5 O-line anymore. We had 3 first round picks on the O-line. We have a 7th overall pick. We have a 16th overall pick, and we had a 20th overall pick. If you're going to have a top 5 offensive line, it's going to be full of first round picks. You know what I'm saying? Like that's how you build an offensive line. Everybody's a first round pick, first, second round picks, right? So we don't have that anymore. And the most probably, I would say, the center calls out protections and all of that stuff. Then you got the blind side, which is Taylor Decker. And those to me are, and then we got the 2 guards, man. Lions offense is way too predictable. I blame our OC while we throwing. Okay, so fire him. Have Dan Campbell take over play calling like he did in 2020. Don't forget, us demoting Anthony Lynn is what led to the snake. If Anthony Lynn was never demoted, we wouldn't have brought in the snake. No, Max Crosby has not been traded to the Bears. When you go to home games, why don't you sell your shirts out of your trunk and hand out flyers to your channel? I swear I have a feeling Sammy will be the odd man out. You know what, John? You're probably right, bro. We haven't converted a 3rd down all season long. Are you serious? No, that's cap. Lions Syndicate, do you miss what I like to call the Broderick Martin soundboard? Wait, Lions Syndicate. Oh, I kind of do. Time to think about shuffling the O-line. Lions has addressed O-line. I've seen nothing about No, he did not get traded. It starts in the trenches on both sides. I agree. We just traded for Drewski. If we trade, anyone do you really think it will be? Dan, I don't know. Brad is so unpredictable, and now we need somebody on the O-line. Sam Laporta better not be out. Have we made any moves? No, Seth. And I wouldn't hold your breath. We got 90 minutes. I wish I had let me see. Hold on. Let me see if I can add something real quick. Oh, shoot. They added a telestrator. That is cool, man. I was trying to add a timer. I'll see if I can figure it out. Let me see. So, ooh, okay. Oops. No. I completely messed that up. All right, hold on. I think I was getting on to something. I was trying to add a countdown timer to the time and have it in the corner. Let me see. I think I'm getting close. So we're going to do 1 hour and 30 minutes. Nope, that ain't. Okay. I'll see if I can figure that out another time. We got 90 minutes though. Let me see. I'm cooking what I missed. Nothing. The Witcher hour is approaching. No, Max Crosby is not possible. He's not possible. He got a whole bunch of money. He being paid out. He's not possible. My tweet is up to 25,000 views. We have Davenport and the Latin coming off. Bro, I don't know if that was supposed to be a joke or a mistype, but I just seen Brad shopping for groceries at Kroger. It's safe to say he isn't on the phone. Brad at Allen Park with his feet up. Hold on, y'all. Hold on, give me a second. All right. I got to add this to the soundboard. Is Trey Hendrickson possible? Yes, he is. But last I heard, the Bengals still wanted a first, which is idiotic. Okay. Okay. Brees Hall not expected to be traded as of now.
He is the life of parties he has never attended. If he were to punch you in the face, you would have to fight off the strong urge to thank him. Sharks have a week dedicated to him. He is the most interesting man in the world.
I don't always drink beer, but when I do.
All right. All right. Can you hear that? Is it playing right now? I don't know why. Oh, wait, hold on. Can you hear me? I don't know why. Okay, but you heard the commercial though, right? You heard the commercial though. Okay, so you can hear this.
He is the life of party.
Okay. I don't know why. Oh, I am an idiot. I'm stupid, y'all. My bad. I am stupid. I know why now. Too much going on, man. All right, so now we're going to mute that, unmute this. There we go.
He is the life of parties he has never attended. If he were to punch you in the face, you would have to fight off the strong urge to thank him. Sharks have a week dedicated to him. He is the most interesting man in the world.
Okay, perfect. I almost cut it off at the perfect time. See, I like to have fun, man. I'm not like them other podcasters who just talk. All right. Let me see if I cut it off.
Interesting man in the world.
Perfect. Perfect. Now let's name that Brad Holmes. We're going to name it Brad Holmes. And then we are good. So if you are wondering what's up with the most interesting man in the world, I will show you as soon as I name this. Brad Holmes. Done. All right. So y'all should see my junk is all right. So here is what this is about. All right. So I have a knack for irritating people when it comes to this team, and that's okay. I take great pride in being the voice of reason in a land where there's too many glazers. So this is where this came from. I put out a tweet at 12:09 p.m. and it goes a little something like this.
Interesting man in the world. Interesting man in the world.
Oh no! Hold on. Almost. Okay, I almost messed up. Here we go.
He is the life of parties he has never attended. If he were to punch you in the face, you would have to fight off the strong urge to thank him. Sharks have a week dedicated to him. He is the most interesting man in the world.
All right, so look, check this out. 25,000 views. So let's update this and see if it's any different. 27,000 views, man, from just a tweet. That's crazy. Oh, man. Okay. All right, I'm back now. And a D, what up, though? What up, though? All right. Max Crosby just got traded to Chicago. Okay. If you are lying, you get banned. You get blocked for 24 hours. So I'm gonna let you clean that up. So if it's cap and you come out and say it's cap, you saved. If you don't, I'm gonna block you. I'm gonna ban you for 24 hours. Instead of stay thirsty, my friend. Ooh, stay thrifty, my friend. Yo, and if I really put the effort in, I can get AI to do the whole commercial. I'm still kind of learning this AI thing. All right, the trade deadline is over in 1 hour, 19 minutes, and the Lions have done nothing thus far. Okay, so wait, who said that? Who said it? Hey, who's the guy that said that the Chicago Bears traded for Max Crosby? I'm gonna let you clean that up. It was reported by they be capping. Oh, the Woodward Sports Network? They be capping. Doesn't say trading him is clickbait. Brad is the perfect patsy for the Ford family. Jay Washington says countdown to nothing. He's not being traded to Chicago. They wish. Hey, when we wait for you to start your live podcast, why don't you advertise your t-shirts instead of us watch blue screen with that man face and music? Well, that's my end credits. That's my end credits, but that's not a bad idea. I don't see a Crosby trade. Yeah, Crosby to Chicago was the talk last year, not this year. I saw Zeitler tweet, but it has to be corroborated by a reliable source. Okay, what did you see, Brian? Derek, I want to say thank you for all you do. Thank you, Corby. And the Lions have done nothing so far. You funny, just way you said it. Yeah, I can't stand Woodward Sports, bro. I can't stand them because they came in here and they try to use podcasters to build up their fan base, and they did just that. Trey Hendrickson is being traded to the Lions. I bet you Derek Brad does nothing and gets fired after this year. Oh, Skywalker. Well, one, I don't bet. And two, I'm not going to take you up on that. He's under contract. Worst case scenario for Brad Holmes is he's not renewed. Oh, Detroit Sports News. Yeah, they be capping, bro. I don't follow. They website is full of ads. They be capping. All right, hold on. They're gonna do nothing like the Colts. They're gonna do anything like the Colts. I wish we were talking about our new player, but instead we're just laughing about memes of Brad Holmes. Derek, the process was 4 years. Brad, nothing burger yet again. Hey, RG. When does Kirby come back? We don't know. Are we getting a third wide receiver? Not Dolphins willing to trade Waddle, let go. So they want at least one first is what I heard, but he's not coming here. I said Crosby to the Bears because it was reported by. Okay, Kyle. All right. Well, that's if you got it from somewhere, that's fine. That's fine. It's all good. They're not trustworthy though. If they trade for Noon, you mean Kuhn? I thought his name was Kuhn or something like that. The extensions are top priority. We don't draft. Yes, if we don't draft, we aren't getting them. I agree with that. Brad does not do the scouting, Derek. Well, maybe he should. I saw a report also. I hope it isn't true. Jets have offers on the table for Breece Hall and Jermaine Johnson. What's up, Rich? Rich says, Lions Fan Syndicate, we all know Brad is not making any moves. He's banking on our injured players coming back by playoff time. We know this already. That is true. Let me see. What up? Nathan Bankhead Music says, Derek, I apologize. You were absolutely right about this pass rush. Also, the Lions, if they were making any trades, that it definitely needs to be along the offensive line. Yeah, man. Now with our injuries to the offensive line, it's kind of tough. Like there's a lot that needs to be done. But either way, like, you know, it's going to be crazy. So I've been yelling about a pass rush, right? Defensive end. Let me clarify defensive end, because the Lions are second in sacks, but I've been yelling about a defensive end. And now we need potentially a guard, right? So, but we haven't even done that. So if we come out of this thing and no moves are made, it's going to be what it is. The trade deadline is my new draft. The Lions traded Amon-Ra St. Brown, you stupid. For the edge, we got hopes Marcus prone injury Davenport. Can we stop talking about? Yeah, so yeah, they're an unreliable source. Davenport plus Pascal equal trade deadline. Okay, so let me ask y'all this: How are y'all gonna feel if no move is made for no one? I don't get why we wouldn't trade for an O lineman. What's Brad's rationale? Hey, Paradise, I think when Dan Campbell and Brad say, when you hear Dan Campbell say, like, I believe that we're good, I think they 100% believe it. The question is, are we good enough? Derek is the real Lions fan. Woodward is just in it for clicks. Yeah, they are. I can't believe so. They're more ever since Adam left, bro. Like, I don't watch them. Let's be very clear. But here's how I know that changes are happening at Woodward. The only reason I know is because I'm subscribed to Crunch Time Sports, and when I see a former Woodward sports person, or I saw Sam Flannel on there, and I'm like, it said former host, and I'm like, is he going too? So I guess he's not there anymore either. Stop lying. We didn't get Trey. No, anybody who comes in here with a fake rumor, like a fake trade, then that's unacceptable. None of that. I see reports Breece Hall might be getting traded to the Chiefs. They are looking for a running back. If no move is made, then I will still watch, but not getting my hopes up as we wait for the draft and next season. Lose faith in the plan if no moves are made for what we need. The Jets want a second-round pick for a young player, Jermaine. Look, Jermaine got 2 years left on his deal, right? Get him. That's easy work. That's easy work. Oh, yeah, okay, I just saw it. All right, so here's the update from Jeremy Fowler. Fowler says spotlight on the Jets in the final 75 minutes of the deadline after 2 massive deals. Teams say New York wants a second for edge Jermaine Johnson, who has expected to stay with the team. I don't know what that is supposed to be. A second for Jermaine Johnson. We got him for another year. That's not bad, bro. If Brad did that, he could focus on the O-line, at least in the first or second round. I still think listen, I'm going to put it like this. This year, this going to be I think, honestly, this is kind of trending make or break for Brad Holmes. I'm going to tell you why. If you're just now joining us, the Detroit Lions have 33 to 38 players under contract for next year. We got 4 or 5 on the defensive line. Names like Marcus Davenport, Levi Onwuzurike, Josh Pascal, Al-Qadim Mohammed. He has to be re-signed. The Lions have Tyleek Williams, Lacey, Makai Wingo, Aleem McNeil, and Aiden Hutchinson. That's who it is. Those are the 5 defensive players on the defensive line signed next year. This team is going to be in a bit of a retool next year. The same, whether we sign players that are on the team currently, which we know Brad likes to do. Like, do you think DJ Reader has earned another contract? Do you think Levi? Do you think Josh? Right? Do you think Muhammad? I think Muhammad has earned a contract. I don't think he's number 2. Right now, he's playing like a number 2. I don't trust him to be a number 2, though. But I would sign him 100%. Marcus Davenport, he gone. Right? Pascal, he gone. Levi Onwuzurike. Nobody's talking about how much of a waste he was. And let's not forget, this dude was a second-round pick. He was drafted before Aleem McNeil. That is a miss by Brad Holmes, right? I don't understand why you can't speak facts. You can't speak truth. If you speak truth, you're called a hater. You're called a hater. Levi was a fail. Broderick was a fail. Trinity Benson, fail. Donovan Peoples-Jones, fail. Brad probably looking at Connors. Let me see. James says, LOL, man, is sad when we're already talking about next year's draft. LOL, if Brad doesn't add O-line or pass rushers this year, it's done. Our window is closing. I'm going to tell you what he's going to do. He is going to get some practice squad dudes. That's what he's going to do. Lions Syndicate, do you think that the ref hates the Lions? Nah, I don't think they hate the Lions. We're not winning a chip with this squad. We need to make moves. Holmes sitting on his thumbs. Any trades? No, not for us. Guard or edge rusher. Hey, Beck, doesn't matter. Lions are second in sacks. So, I mean, I guess a guard, but Breece just wants out. Oh God, practice squad dudes. I'm telling you what's going to happen, man. We're going to find some diamonds in the rough. Remember Tyson Alu or Bruce Irvin, the land before time? That's what's going to happen. I will say this, though. I will say that the NFL has become a spectacle. I mean, here it is that we're on a Tuesday. You guys are at work. You might be getting out of school. You know what I'm saying? And we're on talking NFL trade deadline. Like, the NFL is definitely entertaining. All right, we have 69 minutes until the end of the trade deadline. I give leeway on Pascal says trees. I don't know, bro. Pascal was a second-round pick. He's got cancer, and, he's battling a lot of things, and that is, no fault of his. But at the same time, the NFL is about what you can do. Kenny Powers with the super chat says, no significant moves equals no Super Bowl for this coach or QB duo. And the statistical facts are, if a general manager and a coach together after 5 years together, or the first 5 years or something like that, don't win a Super Bowl, historically it hasn't happened. C Pool with another super chat. Appreciate you, big dog. Says Lions knew Levi needed knee surgery before he was re-signed. They expected him to miss camp, not the season. Well, whose fault is that, bro? I think we needed Broderick Martin for a 2027 third-round pick. Another pick hoarding. Trees. Picking who? We don't have none, bro. We got a bunch of late stuff. We don't, all our early juicy stuff is gone, bro. We got a first, second, and a fourth. We got Ozzy with the super chat, new member as well, says the O-line is the problem and Johnny Moe needs to do better or get fired. Come on, man. All the weapons we have and we can't use them. Brad will probably find an undrafted, injury-prone 37-year-old. You know what's funny is that y'all joking, but you're not. You know what I'm saying? Hold on. This clown has 30K on 30 plus click. Hold on. Let me clap back at this young punk on YouTube. How your numbers looking? Young punk? Hold on. What your numbers looking like? See, people try to clown me, man, but I'm the best in the business. That's point blank, period. You don't hear it nowhere. Look, the only one who came close to keeping it real like me is Adam. That's it. And I know you love Adam or you hate Adam, but Adam spoke his truth, whatever that is. And you don't get that. You get a lot of coattail riders. You got a lot of people that want to please the algorithm, man. Forget the algorithm, bro. If I don't like doing this anymore, I'm not going to do it. Whether you watch me or not. Look, I started ranting on this team. Why do you think I'm 31K? Because I keep it a $150, bro. That's why. Because when people need sanity, they come to me. Can't stand these people, bro. We just need to lock in and blitz the corner. Everyone is so frustrated with Brad because he built of his bull at the trade deadline and believing in bums. Give Goff time. Young punk is always, especially when it's said by an OG. Lions Syndicate, you think we can win the Super Bowl with our current roster if they're healthy? Yes. Michael, he's done a lot more than that, but I'm gonna keep that close to the chest for now. But yeah, he's done a lot of that. Lions Syndicate, do you think Kyle Allen is a solid second string? No, I do not. Why haven't Young Punk been soundboarded? John, it is, but it's not on this current soundboard. I need to put it on there. Sparks, remember the Ravens games? Lamar played cat and mouse and sacked him 7 times. Mobile QBs don't guarantee it. What happened to Adam? Well, he's just not on Woodward Sports anymore. Cue the State Farm jingle like a bad trader. Brad Holmes is there. That's actually pretty funny. I just want Garrett and Crosby, not asking much. The fact that we still have Davenport speaks volume. And look, who was telling y'all that, bro? I was telling you that, but I get called a hater. That's why I don't listen. Look, y'all need some real in this space. And I'm not just talking about me. There are other content creators that keep it a buck. But then you know the ones I'm talking about. You got the fence riders. You got the wobblers that they want to, and then they'll say something snarky about Brad, but then they'll commend him at the same time. I'm not that, bro. Brad has one job to do. It ain't my job to win a Super Bowl. It's my job to talk about it, right? I'm not the GM of this team. But how come I knew we needed an edge rusher, but he didn't? How come I knew Marcus Davenport was going to get hurt, but he didn't? Come on, bro. Like, look, because when you follow numbers, it all makes sense. Numbers don't lie. They tell a story. But at the same, like, for instance, the Lions are second in sacks. They have 28. The Denver Broncos have 40. They still got 9 games to go. But how are those sacks? We are second in the NFL in sacks, but yet y'all don't think we can win a Super Bowl. Why is that? Yeah, Brees Hall wants to be traded because he just put out a post 30 minutes ago with the ellipses. He wants to be traded. I've been saying we need a pass rusher since we lost Sue. My friends always made fun of me too. Uh-oh. Hold on. I missed something. You know how these aggregator sites be putting out stuff later. Let me see. A better GM, Mozzie Smith coming home. Mozzie Smith is gone. Mozzie Smith is a New York Jet. Brad don't cut checks or own the team. Cino, what does that have to do with anything? He puts the team together, though. I don't think the Broncos win a Super Bowl either. I don't know, man. If the Broncos don't win a Super Bowl, it's because of their offense. They need some offense. But if you gave us the Broncos defense, with our offense on 10, then everybody in here would say we win in the Super Bowl. Detroit teams in general never make splash moves. It's just not the Lions. What up, Trucking says, and then I don't understand how you give up draft picks to get Zadarius Smith, ? And then you turn it around and let him go because you claim you don't have the money to keep him. Yeah. Not a fan of TA, unpopular opinion. Dumbest statement ever about Brad Holmes not cutting checks. Our good games this season feel fluky compared to last year. The owners control the team, but okay, continues to play dumb. See, no. Okay, so Sheila Hemp, she put these guys in charge and she get out the way. She in the draft room and Brad Holmes is like, you see this guy? He's real. Is he good? Yes, he's really good. Let me do my job. You write the checks. So she writes the check, but she don't make the football decisions. She made the decision to hire Brad and Dan, but she had a consultant. They hired a consultant firm to pick them the general manager. And yeah, I know. Any trade that has happened, trust me, unless it's just happened in the last 30 seconds, we know about it. Would I take Sue out of retirement? Sue is done. He's done. If we had defense or O-line last year, we rented it. Holmes do something. He's not going to do anything. Let me see. Rich Hustle says, Lions Syndicate, aside from Wilbur Sports, you and Sports Talk Detroit with Craig and Chris got 30+ subscribers. Y'all are the biggest Lions podcasters on YouTube. David, Motor City Mania, is only at 15. And David lost his channel. He actually lost his channel, man. I'm going to tell you what. And I'm going to say something that I would normally not say, but I'm all out of bubblegum. So, the Sports Talk Detroit guys, they use clickbait a lot. I've never liked it. Also, I can't respect them because when we lost in the NFC Championship game, they were making videos on a San Francisco 49ers channel. I can't respect that. And they were talking about, like, I'm on the way home from, but their business model is phenomenal. But at the same time, they the kings of clickbait, and they also, I don't see the fan. I'm looking for the fan. That's the whole point of what I'm doing. People who are syndicate hosts, they are fans of their team. They go to games. We're not about money. We're about being the fan. So I don't know the guys, but I can't respect clickbait. Or if your team just lost the second biggest game in your lifetime, you're making videos about the 49ers. That doesn't make any sense to me. Yeah. So I'm all out of bubblegum. The trade deadline is at 4:00. It's been 4:00 every year. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. But it's been 4:00 every single year. It's at any time the NFL has a deadline, 9 out of 10 times, it's at 4:00. I love y'all. I love you. But the trade deadline is at 4:00 Eastern time. It has been that way for years. Okay? All right. Anna, with the membership and the super chat, says, would you choose 100K cash or 3 hours of meeting with Brad Holmes? Hey, baby, I got your money. Don't you worry. I said, hey, I'm taking 100K. You know what I can do? The business off the ground, and I'm still making videos. If you throw animated, then hey, give me that. I'm taking 100K all day. That's crazy. That ain't even a thing. What good teams have we beaten this season? The Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Oh, that's something else you can't do either. You can't say that the Lions haven't beaten any good teams. You can't say that either. O-line is more important right now, not to prove. Johnny Morton probably traded Moxie. Ravens week 3. No, we talking about at the time. Man. Bears was 0-2. Ravens was 1-1. So, I don't know. We beat one team over 500. Rainbow Girl with the super chat, appreciate you, says, Snead, Howie, and others snag the missing pieces, but Melvin Bradley, Matthias Jerome, Cornelius Holmes, ego keeps us falling short. First of all, thank you for the super chat. Second, you knocked the name out of the park. Nobody ever gets it right like that. That's the exact order that I say his name in. And third, I was listening to a show the other day, and it was our show. And I think I responded to your comment in a way, I was like, ooh, that was super aggressive. And I don't know if I was responding to you or somebody else, but I wanted to apologize that if I was not, I didn't mean to come off like that. RG is an OG. She's been here since the beginning. Her and the fam. Let me see. Do you think Dan is tired of Brad's bargain bin shopping? Nope. I think they're like conjoint twins. They're like them twins with the, we've beat 2 teams better than 500 record with the Bears. Okay, Kyle. So when we played these respective teams and we beat them, what are the teams that we beat that were over 500? The Tampa Bay Buccaneers. What is the other one? Or the other ones? Lions Syndicate, you see JJ McCarthy was trolling. He said kneecap still intact. Hey, good for him. Michael says, not true. Injuries happen, and it's not always smart to make a move just to make a move. Think people. Okay, Michael. Well, let me retort to your retort. Okay. Brad Holmes traded up for Broderick Martin. You drafted Ennis Rakestraw, all while we have no defensive line, right? We can't keep doing this. So now we want to blame it on the injuries. What have I been talking about for 4 years? It amazes me. We have a practice squad guy that is been thrust into the spotlight, and now he has 5 sacks. Good for him. And y'all want to crown this guy like a number 2 pass rusher. He's playing like it right now, but we're looking for consistency, right? Hutchinson is consistent. So ain't nobody talking about injuries and all that. No, bro. We can't keep doing this. When you completely neglect something over and over and over and over again, it's going to come back to bite you. Stop with all this. And that's what he's done. That's what he's done. We have 5 people under contract on the defensive line. Only 2 edges. You can't even give me a quality edge rusher that we drafted. Not one. Except Aiden Hutchinson. That's it. I just don't understand. Do I remember Jeff Okudah with the 3rd pick? We could have gotten Chase Young. Well, Chase Young went right before us, but we could have taken Justin Herbert. We could have taken him, but we didn't. And I still blame the former regime for that. We could have taken him, but we didn't. Matthew Stafford left the next year. Do you realize Matthew Stafford has been gone for 4 years? We could have pulled Jordan Love. The Green Bay Packers have had 3 quarterbacks in like 50 years. We didn't do that. We took a corner that didn't need to be drafted that high anyway. Okay, for my people in the back, when we played and beat said team, they were not over 500. It does not take a rocket scientist to understand what I'm saying. I do this. When we beat said, we have not beat a team when we beat the team. How hard is this to comprehend? It's not that difficult. Let me see. Imagine we took Justin Jefferson and had St. Brown last year. We got to address the offensive line. We are good on defensive line. We're not good on defensive line, Denzel. We're not good on offensive line. We're not. After this year, we have 5, count them, 5 defensive linemen under contract. And are you comfortable with these 5? Aleem, Tyleek, Hutchinson, Lacey, and it's one more, Mekhi Wingo. How does that feel as a defensive line, sir? And you know I love you, Denzel. I love all y'all. But I'm not, no, bro. The gloves is coming off today. And from here on, we are not good. We are not good. That's why we're having this conversation. That's why the trade deadline, we're eagerly anticipating something happening because the Lions are not good. So it doesn't matter if they're over 500 now. That doesn't make sense. No, listen to what I'm saying. When we played them, it matters. It matters. That's we did not beat a team that was over 500. That is not ridiculous. That is a factual statement. We beat one team over 500. It does matter when we played them. What are we talking about? Because how many people thought we was going to beat the Chiefs? They were under 500 and we lost, right? We got 815 people in here. That's crazy. We top 5 in sacks and can address the D-line next offseason. They getting it done defensively. The offensive is the worst side of the ball. You know what, Lions Live? Look, I'm not going to disagree with that. I'm done. I'm not going to disagree with that. But either way, we could have had both. But we decided to take, in his rake straw, we decided to take Broderick Martin. All of that stuff matters, man. All of it matters. Brad is playing long game. His focus entirely on making the Lions oh, Lord, here we go. It says he's just content on keeping the engine running. Okay, I'm glad I finished reading it, Alan. I'm glad I finished reading it, bro. I don't think we need to address the D-line today. That can happen in the offseason. Today we need to go O-line. Okay, all right. So now the offseason comes. We got a first, a second, a fourth, and a bunch of late round picks and free agency. And we got to pay 4 people and a bunch. Jameer going to be the highest paid running back or close to it in the NFL. We got Brian Branch, what we'll be doing with him. Alexander Zaloni, probably letting him walk. Malcolm Rodriguez, what are we doing with him? Like, come on, man. So you had an opportunity and you draft projects like we was good. You drafted with the 96th pick. In the 2023 NFL draft, the Detroit Lions select Broderick Martin. He lasted 2 seasons. Nobody talks about that, but we're good. We're supposed to just address all. Have you seen what Brad does in free agency? Oh, there we go. Okay, we got some breaking news coming out of the city of Detroit. With multiple O-line injuries, the Lions are adding offensive lineman Jack Conley to the practice squad per his agency. We're going to make a video about that later. That's what I'm saying. It's been 60 years, ladies and gentlemen, and y'all talking about long game. How much longer can it be? This is crazy. But you know what? Everybody can fan the way they want to fan. You do you. I'm going to do me. I'm not even calling cap. The Lions signed Jack Conley. I don't even know. I got to look him up. Let's look him up. I got to make a video. I will make a video right now, but I don't feel like it. Let's look up. What's his name? His name is Jack Conley. Hey, he could be all pro. I don't know, bro. Hey, look. Bro, he don't even. Okay, he a New England. Okay. Oh yeah, I see you, Lions. Hey, this guy. Woo, it's going down. Hey, Hey, Jack Conley. Is this him? Is this him right here? Jack Conley. Undrafted. Hey, we going all the way, bro. We going all the way. Let's go. Hey, it's happening. I don't know what the corresponding move is. But we got Jack Conley. We got, practice squad. Hey. Lions Live Wire, what up, young man? Says he weighs 235. Oh, that mean he gonna get pushed around, huh? That mean that's crazy. That's crazy, bro. There's a move we've been waiting on all day. Just his name, no stats. You know what? They don't do stats for offensive linemen. The ESPN does not do stats they don't do stats for offensive linemen. There's no stats. They just they play. Because what are they gonna do? Like, you know what I'm saying? You gotta go to PFF and stuff like that. Oh, he 330. Yeah, that seems more like it. Hey. Hey, listen, we still got time. It's 3:13 right now. It's 3:13. We got 47 minutes to get it done. And I can't wait. I told y'all I'm not crashing out. I'm good. Oh, man, let me see. Hold on. I missed Anna's. Did I miss Anna's? I think I missed it. Yeah, okay. Anna says, oh, yeah. I said it. Thank you for using your thing on that. Let me see. We got a super chat from Kale Dorillis. I like that, man. $4.99 says, do you think the problem is that we're not using J-Mo or Isaac Tesla and Jared Goff? Is this forcing it to St. Brown? I think that does have something to do with it, but it starts with the O-line, bro. Our O-line, we all know that Jared Goff needs an O-line. He needs an O-line. That's 100%. Okay? We got 46 minutes and 45 seconds as the NFL deadline approaches. But, I'm going to have a field day today. He is 24 years old. He just turned 24. So that's good. Good, man. Hey, look. Y'all said let the brother cook. He like that chef from The Little Mermaid. It was like, Zooktaloo, I have a missed one. Zakle Brew, what is this? How on earth could I miss such a sweet and succulent guard? Come on, bro. No crash out for me, though. Hey, it's all good. We going to the bowl, bro. We going to the bowl. Zooktaloo. That's going to be my new thing. I don't think we make a move now. What is this about? This is what I expected. Jackson PFF is 60, 60.1 ranked 134 among guards. Let me see. Mason Miller could be the next great LT for the Lions. Taylor Decker. Trey J-Mo. Let me see. That's our move. LOL. Let's get vet squad. You already knew this, though. Brad not cooking. He just threw a TV dinner in the microwave. Hey, shout out to the TV dinners. We got Rufus, member gang, $9.99, says the trade deadline is like watching all your friends ride their new bikes while you still having a big wheel. Hey, don't sleep on the big wheels, though, bro. We used to skid up them tires, man. You want that big wheel, you hit the brakes and skirt, and that tire was gone, bro. I can't wait to make this video. I cannot wait. Breaking news, Trinity Benson seen... C. Poole with the super chat says Trinity Benson was seen at Coney Dog. I hope you got enough of them. So, Derek, with that addition, wait. So, Derek, with that addition, does this mean Brad will return into hibernation? Run, I don't know, because usually he'll say something after the trade deadline. So we'll talk about that. Little Mermaid has entered the chat. Hey, TD, you was the only one that got that, bro. My sister used to love the Little Mermaid, and I was mad when they cut him out. I understand why they cut him out, because you would get canceled for that nowadays, but I was mad when they cut him out the movie. I'm like, how you not gonna have the chef, bro, in the movie? Brad is cooking. Okay, hold on, y'all. Hold on. Let's see where we at now. If you guys are late to the party, I have a special gift for people. I get people's bunches in oats. All right. And here is a little something that I put out earlier this afternoon about Brad Holmes.
He is the life of parties he has never attended. If he were to punch you in the face, you would have to fight off the strong urge to thank him. Sharks have a week dedicated to him. He is the most interesting man in the world.
Hey, he doesn't always make trades, but when he does, he prefers practice squad players. He is the most interesting GM in the world. And I got the bunches in oats, bro. 33,000 views for me. And all I do is speak my truth, bro. Crazy. And hey, did I call it or did I call it, bro? That's crazy. That is crazy. Come on, Derek. You can't take this serious, but you've been taking some serious, serious all year. Wow. Taking what serious, bro? Brad is setting up his table at the NFL flea market. Hey, you know what? I actually, I was thinking about going to like some garage sales and stuff. My son and I used to collect. Well, it was mainly me. I used to collect Skylanders, and I'm like, I want to finish the set. I want to get every Skylander that they have. This guy isn't interested in winning. That is too funny. What's crazy is, man, I be dropping, like I'll make a tweet and people just, I don't know what it is about when I do something, but it gets attention. It's crazy. People saying Brad should trade for a good O-lineman don't know ball teams don't trade for good O-linemen. Come on, what are we doing here? Nothing. That's the point. Brad Holmes is cooking old man toenails. Lions signed a practice. Yes, Lions talk with Cam. He did. We already talked about it. And I'm going to make a video after this. I'm not going to crash out. I already told y'all that. I'm not crashing out. Crashing out is bad for your health. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we got 42 minutes to the NFL trade deadline. Boom, ba-dum. Ooh. How do you retweet? How do you like retweet your? I don't know. We signed a 24-year-old guard undrafted. He won't make a move. He already made a move. But online could. Well, I mean, the good news though is that Trey Hendrickson is still a Bengal. So I don't think the Bengals are going to budge. Because you should have the same passion as usual, but cool, you won't be seeing a Super Bowl ever. Skywalker, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're referring to. JPJ is apparently on the block. Wait, JPJ. Who is that? The bargain being, hate to see Brad Holmes coming. When I tweet, it comes and disappears. Hey, Indigo. Wait, it comes and disappears. Oh, Jackson Powers Johnson. Wasn't he a first-round pick a couple years ago? He was a first-round pick, wasn't he? As a Lions fan, I could just assume that Brad won't make any moves because he never does. He never makes a move. That move would a move that the needle move the team for the team. Jackson Powers Johnson, the center for the Raiders. Okay, so we trade for him. And then what? What do we do with Tate? We move him to guard? Brad Holmes was spotted in downtown Detroit looking for loose change. Wanted to get him in 2024, put him at center, and put Graham back at guard. And so here's the thing, and here's what I'm worried about. So we're probably going to have to face the Rams or the Seahawks or, something like that. And those teams, though the Seahawks got better today, did the Lions get better? No, they did not. The goal of this is to get better. And I don't know. And when you look to next year, are the Lions going to have both the money and the picks to be better than they were in 2023? Because that's the point, right? The point is to be better than you were, to always be improving, right? Always be improving. I think the Lions are going to have a bit of a retool next year. So today, in the next 39 minutes, I am done, bro. I don't care who watches my channel. I don't care if you cancel your membership. I don't, because the minute I start caring about that, you lose my authenticity. That will never happen. I am taking the gloves off. And if you don't like it, you can literally go watch one of the Lions creators that, as a matter of fact, there's a new Lions creator that popped up. they're part of some type of collective group. Something. They're called like the Digest or something like that. And they're kind of like a combination of Chat Sports, which sucks, and also Locked On. And, you know, y'all, I don't know if you're really going to get any more of a fan like than me and David from Let's Talk, not Let's Talk Lions, me, Motor City Mania, Let's Talk Lions is also, you know, one of them guys, Spirit of Detroit podcast, those guys, right? You can tell because, yeah, you can tell like a real fan. If you see somebody that's constantly in their house, you never see them at a game, you never see anything but video after video after video, I would start to question, unless they live out of state, then that's something different. But if they live in the state and they're not at the games, that's a problem. I might not watch the Eagles game. Pretty sure Goff is going to restructure his contract and take a pay cut just to get other sign. Hey, Gifted, the gloves have never been on. They've never been. I put some padding. They've never been on, bro. Now I'm about to kickboxer them joints, which is, y'all ever seen Kickboxer? The old 1980s Van Damme movie he did after Bloodsport. It was a final fight, and Van Damme, they had to dip. They had to wrap their hands up. As a matter of fact, I might go get some bandages and put them on my hands. They dipped them in honey. They had glass shards on their hands while they were fighting. That's where I'm at. The Los Angeles with the $4 super chat, $4.99, says, I know I'm going to get yelled at for this take, but Brad isn't going to do anything. Too many injuries and missing pieces with the retirement of Frank. Well, first of all, man, thank you for the super chat. And no, nobody's going to yell at you. That's actually a good take. And we're actually joking about him not doing anything. Lions can't beat anybody. Classic movie. Yep. Hey, what's your favorite part of Kickboxer? Well, okay, what's your favorite part of any Van Damme movie? What's your favorite Van Damme movie? What's your favorite part of that Van Damme movie? Lions Syndicate, what do I think about Graham Glasgow? That he is old and we need to get a replacement. Do you think the Lions could beat the Rams right now? Jamal, I don't know. Trey with the super chat says, Brad working with the mafia. Hey, be careful, bro. Be careful. Would hate to see something happen if it get out. We need help. We need help. Okay. Would you collab with Everything King or Dose of Dion? We're going to move past that comment. I appreciate that though. Let me see. Hey man, I at least have to have, I attest that I have a 2-year-old as a 22-year-old and still find time to make the Lions versus Bears this year. Hey, shout out to you, bro. I remember when my son was 2, when he was 2. Bro, that's yeah, okay. Okay, so T Martin says Time Cop. Who else got a favorite Van Damme? Hey, Paid Gang, 100%, but we still don't know. Derek, do you think you got the attention of the Detroit Lions front office? You know what? I don't. I do believe some players have seen my videos only because it's probably in the algorithm. But no, bro, you know how quickly they would throw me away? I'm going to tell you right now, Lions will never ask me to do anything. They will never ask me to do anything. Let me say, you should do a video with Everything King. I can't wait until we lose the next 3. Goff looked. Okay, so Adam Schefter is on the phone. They got a Shefty cam, bro. This dude got 2 phones, and they got a cam, like, constantly on him. That's crazy. They're doing what we're doing. Man, just sitting. Okay, Universal Soldier, Double Trouble. Hey, that's an obscure one, bro. Cyborg, that was a good one, too. I don't know if I want kids. They are too expensive. That is 100% facts, bro. And they never get cheaper. Bro. Lionheart, that was a good one. Who remember Death Warrant? That was, okay. C-Pool with the super chat says, hard target when Van Damme punches the snake. Wow, I remember that. Okay, so mine is Bloodsport, and it is when, so we're nearing the end of the matches, right? So it's like it was 4 people left, right? So you got Chung Lee, he's fighting a skinny dude, and you already knew he was gonna kick his butt. But then Van Damme gets up in front of there, and he's fighting a dude named FOCO. And it's this part where, so they're like this, and the dude trying to get him to I guess, you know, kind of however you start a boxing match and you do this. And so he sucker punches Van Dam. And so Van Dam's like, huh, and he falls to the ground, and then he bleeding or whatever. And then FOCO gets up. FOCO, he tries to come at Van Dam when he at the ground. So Van Dam kicks him. He falls to the ground. He gets up, and then they're doing these little, you know, kicks or whatever. So then Van Dam, he starts telling the guy to kick him in the side, and so they keep exchanging kicks to the side, and that's my favorite. It's just so hilarious, bro. So hilarious. Let me see. I forgot he did Street Fighter. Yeah, that was when he was like big time. Okay, A Quick says Bloodsport when he goes blind. Let me see. Bloodsport when they were exchanging the kick. Yeah. Hey, Jay. Yes, bro. He was like, come on. And he was, and the dubbing was horrible. The kicks, love it, bro. I still actually, when I watch the movie, bro, I have to watch that part like 3 or 4 times. I'm not even kidding. I watched that part 3 or 4 times, bro. Y'all got soft hands, brothers. Let me see. What? Y'all got, let me see. What happened? Y'all got soft hands, brothers. Just kidding. Kids are for everyone. Soft hands, what? Because kids cost a bunch of money? What are we talking about? Let me see. Y'all in the chat, chit-chatting. Y'all done. If Brad doesn't do anything at the deadline, it's hilarious. Y'all know he going. I mean, we talking about, what are we supposed to talk about? We've been on for like, how long we been on? We've been on for hours, bro. And he not going to do anything. Let me see. Kickboxer was underrated. Man, the Los Angeles with the super chat, $4.99 says, in a weird way, I want us to lose a lot of games just to get a high draft pick to replace Decker and draft Jake Slaughter. Terrible line. No way Super Bowl. Y'all sleep on Chuck Norris. We weren't talking about Chuck Norris. We were talking about Van Dam. Let's pick up Donovan Peoples-Jones. Is he still in the league? Does Johnny Morton interact with players in the practice, or do he call plays in the booth? He's in the booth. Oh, y'all talking about John Poe. No, John Poe is from Kickboxer. I'm talking about FOCO. FOCO is the one that was like, that he was doing the exchanging kicks. Bro, I'm not even, man. Look. Hold on. Coach Adam Taylor with the super chat, $4.99. Appreciate you. Says, don't hold your breath, hoping Brad will make a move of value. He hasn't done it in 5 years. They will rock with the players we have. Yeah, bro. We've already kind of committed to that. If you want to watch one of the best fight sequences ever, watch Jackie Chan's movie Mr. Nice Guy when he has 2. I think I saw that, bro. Ain't no way you thought we was going to make a move. Nope. Everybody knew that. I'm pretty sure DPJ is on the Saints. Hutchinson had everybody thinking the trade was coming. Bolo. Yes, his real name is Bolo. Opaco, Raw movie. We ain't done nothing. Brad smacking the table right now. He picked up the undrafted offensive lineman. Yes, by the way, I'll be making that video directly after we end. I want to know if Brad Holmes is going to get in front of the media, though. I want to wait and see if he's going to go live. The day Brad Holmes loses the fan base is today. You know what, bro? Here's what I think. Trees, I think you might be on to something. I think, and I've been saying this for about a year now, that if we don't win the Super Bowl this year, or no, I'm sorry, if we don't make this, we have to make the Super Bowl. If we don't progress from 2023, I think that's when, so I think the scales are like this right now. You got in favor of Brad Holmes and, you know, support everything he does, and then start to question him a little bit and maybe think he might not be the guy. I think that it's going to, you know, it's doing this now. I think it's going to drop like this. I really do. But one thing I'll say about Lions fans is they're loyal. They loyal. They still rock with Matthew Stafford. You know, they cheered this guy like he was still playing for their team, which is ridiculous to me. And, yeah. No movies are made. If no moves are made, maybe they should tank. The wait till the last minute as an excuse to say they couldn't make a move. Hey, yeah, we tried to get, you know, we gave away a 6th-round pick for Donovan Peoples-Jones and da-da-da. Chiefs traded Broderick Martin to Waffle House. What's up, Darn? No one better ever tell me Brad is a great GM. He is good at best. Did you see the tweet I sent you? No. Where did you send it, bro? Did you DM me or what? The trash cheering Stafford after he left. Chung Lee breaking Tom Poe with hair leg on Bloodsport. Oh, bro, that was crazy. DPJ had like 3 catches. It was wild. Brad is mid. The Brad Holmes poor mouth talk. Good at best. Bro thinks it's easy to win a Super Bowl. No, just triggered you. No, just tag me. Okay. Oh, the Marcus Davenport. Oh, man. The Marcus Davenport. You know, I saw that, but I think Detroit Lions fan page is run by Joe Chapp, and he is an unreliable source. Did you ever see No Surrender, No Retreat? Van Dam was a bad guy. C. Poole, thanks for the super chat. I didn't see that one. Back at the time, I was too young. My parents didn't let me watch that type of stuff. And then I never watched it. I never saw it, but I did hear he was the bad guy in that movie. I think that was that after Bloodsport or before? I just want Lions to make it to the Super Bowl. I think we all do, T. Let me see what kind of numbers we doing. Oh, my God. We got 931 people in here. That's crazy. We almost had 10,000 views. Just jump back in. Any movement? Bruh. Okay. We signed a practice squad offensive lineman to the practice squad, and Trey Hendrickson is still a Bengal. Let me see. I went to school with Joe Chapp. He was on my football team. He never played a snap. He needs to retire from YouTube as well. I told you, man, like I'm all out of bubble gum. If you got something to say about me, then I'm going to say something about you. Bengals holding on to Trey is insane. Well, yeah, they want a first round pick. Why did I just see we signed Jack Conley to the practice squad? Because we are. Breaking news, Brad Holmes bringing in Davenport's uncle for a workout. He was 1977 player of the year. Rams going to get to the Super Bowl before us again. Hey, 3. I put out a tweet. I literally had a nightmare about that 2 nights ago. Yeah, Sunday night. I was coming home from the game and all the tweets were like, Stafford is so good and blah, blah, blah. And so that night I had a dream that they won the Super Bowl again. And I've said, and look, I'm going to say it again. Right now, Howie Roseman is far superior to Brad Holmes, and the Rams won the trade. That's it. There's no more talking to me. Until we win the Super Bowl, the Rams won the trade. That's it. Brad is setting his table for the flea market. You definitely need to watch that movie. Yes, the trade deadline ends in 26 minutes. Is Brad responsible for 40 injuries in the past 2 years? You know the answer to that question. That's not what the conversation is, bro. So I don't know if you're trying to be, a little, gotcha. That's not what the conversation is. The conversation is you got to get the right players. And even last year, when you still, how many years has it been just Hutch? How many years has it been just Hutch? Who knew that Marcus Davenport was going to do Marcus Davenport things? Please don't do that. So did he know? Was he responsible for 40 injuries? Did you draft a hurt in his rake straw? Yes. Stop playing, bro. I can't stand this. I cannot stand this. Hold the man responsible for something. This is crazy to me. You knew you drafted a hurt cornerback. He was already hurt. You signed a dude who played 4 games. What are we talking about, bro? We always want to get this man the way out. And y'all ready to throw John Morton in the trash. Why don't we blame Dan Campbell for keeping him? Come on, dog. Nothing is his fault. He put this team together. You signed a dude who stays hurt. Who the whole NFL saw that he's hurt. Yes, that's 100% his fault. I don't understand this, bro. No, the crash outs, I'm done. No, listen, I'm not crashing out about what we don't do. That's what I'm saying. But if somebody say something dumb, I'm going to say something back. This is stupid to me. Josh Pascal had cancer. There's nothing he could do about that. You still drafted him. Levi Onwuzurike, you re-signed him. What are we talking about, bro? You went and signed DJ Chark, Emmanuel Mosley twice. What are we talking about? So is he responsible? Kinda. I mean, I don't understand this. It's disrespectful to you and us fans that think that the minimum marginal talent we have will get us there to the Super Bowl. Hutch is by himself and Goff is soft. We deserve better. Well, you stuck with both of them, bro. You know what I'm saying? Just like we talked about earlier. Nobody talks. Okay, so we wouldn't have had the team that we have if we didn't trade for Jared Goff. Fine. That's a fair point. But why not? Why did you extend him? Y'all were trying to get rid of Jared Goff. And when I say y'all, I'm talking about whoever was talking about this. Y'all wanted Lamar Jackson signed. There was a time that Washington probably would have traded for Jared Goff. You decided to re-sign him, you as in Brad Holmes, and give him a monster contract in which you are locked into. We went over his numbers at the beginning of the stream. He's going nowhere. So the only thing you can do is put a team around him. We traded a 3rd-round pick for a guy who's barely on the field. Why isn't Dan Campbell telling Johnny Morton what to do? Maybe because he doesn't want to. Maybe Tesla's not ready. I don't think he was drafted for this year. But then you trade away Tim Patrick, and it seems like he was, but then he don't play. And if Dan Campbell has the authority to take control, he did it in 2020, 2 with Anthony Lynn, or 1, whatever year it was. Goff will make $70 million a year soon. If the Rams win another Super Bowl, Lions fans will be at Allen Park with pitchforks. My friends always talk about how good Brad Holmes is and how he finds talent deep in the draft. But that's not true at all. Okay. Christian Mahogany, Malcolm Rodriguez. Who else can you name? And there might be some that deep in the draft, we're talking about 5th round and beyond. Name a person outside of Malcolm Rodriguez. James Houston does not count because he's not on his team. And Christian Mahogany. Name one person who was value. Can we pick Hooker back up? Hooker got cut. Not surprised. Bro, Hooker got cut today? Wow. So wait a minute. He got cut today. So he doesn't have to clear waivers. In 21 minutes, you have to clear waivers. So they did him a solid, allowing him to sign wherever he wants to. Nope. If he does not count. What round was if he picked it? Hey, dog, do y'all even, do you watch? Okay. Do you watch the team? What are we talking about? No. Late in the draft. You cannot count. If you're not on the Detroit Lions right now, you don't count. Otherwise, you would be. Come on, dog. What are we talking about? Miles Frazier is incapacitated. That does not count. If he was a 3rd-round pick, that is correct. He was a 3rd-round pick. We got him in the first year of the Matthew Stafford trade. Aleem was a 3rd-round pick, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, so again, late round. A 4th-round pick is literally a mid-round pick. A 4th-round pick is smack dab in the middle of the NFL draft. We're talking about rounds 5, 6, and 7. Who outside of Malcolm Rodriguez and Christian Mahogany has made an impact on this team? And Mekhi Wingo is still on the team, but should he be? He has not made an impact. Who else? Ahmad Hassanin, that's cap. He's not even on the team. Derek Barnes was drafted in the 4th round. Austin, 6'7". I missed that. Derek Barnes was a 4th-round pick. And if you hear hostility in my voice, it's not toward y'all. No. Listen. Hood. This is entertainment, my brother. Like, I'm good to go. This is why people watch me. They watch me for this stuff. I'm good, bro. I'm good. You're not going to get this from anywhere else. Derek, once again, what do you think about trading for Kevin? Hey, do whatever you need to do, Tim, to make this offensive line better. But we already signed a practice squad dude. You can't make an impact when you have a team full of star players. Terrible point. I don't know what you're talking about, Jack, because you missed the whole point of that conversation. Brock Wright. We didn't draft Brock Wright. And yeah, Brock Wright, was he even drafted? See, I hate when when stupid people come in and say stupid things, right? We talked about, somebody in the comment section said that Brad finds value deep in the draft. So you came in here with half the point. So I asked the question, who of impact was deep in the draft outside of the people I named? So now you caught up. Maybe your response would be a little something different. Bro, how is Hassan? Oh, Lord. See, this is what I'm talking about. So far, Hassanin has been doing good as a 6th rounder. That can't be serious, bro. I'm sorry. That can't be serious. Are we really there? Are we really there? How are we talking about a dude that is not on the team doing good? I was really hoping that safety from Georgia was going to contribute. Oh, Dan Jackson. Yeah, he got hurt. What's up, Tim? Hey, Derek. This is today's world. Right now, the Lions have 4 guys in the top 30 in the league for sacks. We don't have a pass rush problem. We have an edge rusher problem, Zan. We have a consistent edge rusher problem. But, like I said, man, I'm done. We'll deal with this in the offseason. Lions got one job, win the Super Bowl. That's it. Lauren Strickland. When did Brad draft Lauren Strickland? We're specifically talking about Brad Holmes draft picks in rounds 5, 6, and 7. That's what we're talking about. We need to do something. We're never going to get over the hump. If we don't, we will get another Philly Super Bowl. We have guard problems also. Seattle, he looking real good. Sam Darnold looking real good, man. Brian Branch was a huge steal in the draft. Yeah, he was definitely a steal. We do have pass rush problems. We are first in allowing opposing QBs time to throw. We allow opposing QBs the most time to throw. Moth Yard, I did not know that. Can we talk about how Enzo been falling off this year? So glad we didn't re-sign him, even though I like him. Yeah, somebody was talking about him getting traded. One Pride, what's up, One Pride? Appreciate the donation and the membership, gang. Says Brad drafts or sign guys with injury history. If they end up hurt, he needs to big boy up and get a piece. The initial was hoped to be Davenport hasn't been the guy for 2 years. He hasn't been the guy for 3 years, One Pride. He was hurt in. All right, so I said, are you following? Okay. Understand the words that are coming out of my mouth. In rounds 5, 6, and 7, if your name is not Mahogany or Rodriguez, what talent, impactful player, since he finds jewels deep in the draft, which are 4, 5, 6, and 7, rounds 5, 6, and 7. And that is the question. And I don't understand why we keep going through this. Brad has not done enough to win a Super Bowl, says Coach Adam Taylor with the super chat. Mahogany was picked in the 6th round, I believe. Amon-Ra was a 4th round pick. Meeks. Mahogany was a late pick. Yes, he was. We got 15 minutes. These are specifically Brad Holmes picks, not undrafted players, not players who were already on the team, not players drafted in the 6th round, 5th, 6th, or 6th round by other teams. Okay. Okay, just let me know when you're done. I'll come get you after. Just got a text from Sonny Boy. No, day 2 does not count because the 4th round is the mid round. Would you consider the 4th round deep in the draft? I will say it again. Brad is not good in rounds 5 through 7. That is a fact. But I don't know many 5th through 7th round picks that are studs. You know what I'm saying? So I would have to really deep dive in the NFL. Oh, our Super Bowl window dead again. Trey going to the Eagles probably. I don't know. I don't think so. I think the Bengals, they kept their pick as a first round pick. I hope the Bengals lose every single game. I hope they lose every single game, bro. Because I think what they're doing to Trey is intentional. I think what they're doing to him is intentional. I would say Lovett, but he doesn't contribute. Yeah, you know what, Kiera? I think it's too early for Lovett. I think it's too early. But yeah, he could turn into that guy. Brad got lucky with Branch and Laporta falling. Tate Ratledge. What are we talking about, Jay? Tate Ratledge was a second-round pick, bro. Like, what are we doing? T says, sorry we lost Houston. Are you guys still upset about James Houston? I'm not. I've never been. We are all waiting. Gibbs can't pass block. Yeah, he had a rough day. Trey free agent next season. That is true. But he also is probably going to command $33 million. I think that's his market value, so he won't be a Lion. All right, so we are going to see if Brad Holmes, we're going to see if he is in front of the media. He might not be. He might not be because they didn't make a trade. Lions Talk Live said, I'm still sad about Houston. The darn, go up and read it. Yes, Houston doing good with the Cowboys. I don't know. T, he was getting bodied yesterday. There won't be any last minute trades. We're cooked. Well, I will say this. Now we're going to look on to practice squads, and we're also going to look for players that are cut. The bad news is they have to clear waivers, and we are on the lower end. Well, right now we're like almost in the middle of the pack. So depending on a contract situation, a player could pass through waivers. So we have to hope that a good player gets cut and their contract is too high for somebody to claim and they become a free agent. That's our only hope right now. Brad is going to say some stuff about, Will, he might not even get in front of the media. No, it's all good, Stay. It's all good, man. Why the dude was trash. C Pool with the $2 super chat. Appreciate you, my man. Oh, wow. Yep. The Carolina Panthers cut Hendon Hooker as part of 6 practice squad moves. Says Brad Holmes is in witness protection. Lions Syndicate, check on James Houston stats, and then you see why we shouldn't have cut him. No, okay, so here's my thing. James, he could have, I don't know, he had 8 sacks his rookie year. I didn't believe in him. Because, okay, so a sack, there are different ways to get sacks, right? For James relies on speed. He doesn't rely on power. We need a power guy. James has, when he left the Lions, he had no moves. He had one move. It was to push you, to bend underneath you and get past you. If a 350-pound offensive lineman, like I saw yesterday, gets his hands on James Houston is in the dirt. We don't need that guy. We need a guy with some savvy moves and some power. We need that offensive tackle or that guard to be back on their heels getting pushed into the quarterback. We need a guy that has a plethora of moves. James Houston was not, so he could have sack numbers. I need more than that. And that's what I think Muhammad is. Muhammad, to me, he right now he got number 2 numbers. I don't think he's a true number 2. But it is what it is. What happened to all the Trey Hendrickson trades? It came out this morning that the Bengals were still holding him hostage for a first-round pick, and they did that on purpose. And right now, in 10 minutes, he will remain a Cincinnati Bengal, and I hope that he goes on IR and he's done. I hope he doesn't play another snap for them. How good is Jack Conley? I have no idea. I'm going to do a video after we're done. Let me see. We lack speed at linebacker and edge. Houston is 1 click above Martin. The Bengals are dumb. That is true. Is Washington beats up our O-line. We are so cooked. Man, I don't know. I think next year what I'm going to do is I am going to set up, because I didn't plan to go live this early, but I was like, I'm home. My wife is doing something for her parents. My son is with his mom. And I was like, let me go live, right? Let me see if something happens. So I think next year we gonna really make this a thing. We gonna get on at 12 o'clock, and we're gonna be on until the trade deadline passes. And we are going to that's what we're gonna do. So I don't think Brad Holmes is going to get in front of the media, but let's take a look at our wow. Okay, this is a big deal. Shout out to everybody in the chat. You guys are awesome. It says, who as of right now should be extended? And we'll wrap this up at 4 o'clock. So you have 8 minutes to vote. And I cannot believe the poll. This is shocking to me. I can't believe that y'all feel this way. I really can't. And you know what? It's messed up too. Let's say we tried to get Jalen Phillips. We don't have a 3rd round pick. We gave it away. So if we were in the market for Jalen Phillips and we didn't have a 3rd round pick to give. Did the Lions get anybody? They did not. They did not trade for anyone. They signed a guard, a 24-year-old guard to the practice squad. Yeah. We're going to make it, because I'm trying to turn this into new media. YouTube is new media. It really is, man. And that's why another reason I want to provide y'all with an authentic fan experience. And I am a fan. I have a YouTube channel, yes, but I am beneath all of this and all of this stuff that I have, right? I'm actually about to change this camera shot. I got something planned next season that I'll work on in the off season. Hey, look at that. That's kind of crazy. But I'm a fan. I'm a fan of the team. You know what I'm saying? That's why the tagline of this channel and all the syndicate channels. So if you see a syndicate, it's under the syndicate umbrella. Well, no, that's not true. We had one guy that was not part of, and he just named himself, and he was trying to feed off us. But anyway, he wound up passing away, which is sad. But we are all about the fan. My guys go to games. They don't just sit in front of a green screen, and talk about subscribers. Like, they go to games. Like, I want fans of, you have to be a fan of the team because there's enough, media-driven personalities, enough corporate people. You need people that are fans of the team, and you get a fan reaction from me. I'm not here to please y'all. You know what I'm saying? I'm not here to lick Brad Holmes' dirty boots. That's not what I'm here to do, bro. I'm here. He is supposed to make this team better. I'm here to hold him accountable. That's it. And everybody that he needs to be held accountable. I care about what he's done, but it's about what he will do. Being good is great. Being great is the ultimate goal. That was a bar too, by the way. Being good is great. Being great is the ultimate goal. We're trying to win it all. One of 4 teams to never be in a Super Bowl. You know what I realized? I think Meyer has a connection to the Detroit Lions. I don't know if that's the case, but Meyer started in 1934. And so the Detroit Lions became the Detroit Lions in 1934. And I feel like Meyer they have some type of connection because they have a lot of Lion stuff that's nowhere else. Then they do the flags, you know what I'm saying? So anyway, and that's what I'm going to do. I don't care. And look, I'm about to sound real mean right now. I don't care who likes it and who doesn't. I am going to speak my truth about this team. You can watch it or you can't. I'm not whining. I'm not crying. I'm not crashing out. I am demanding greatness from this team. That's it. I am demanding that this team become a champion because we all spend our money. We all go to this. How you going to have the highest price tickets in the league? There's no reason for that. There's no reason for the Detroit Lions to have the highest price tickets in the NFL. There's none except greed. That's it. They know they can take advantage of us, and that's what they're doing. Let me see. We ain't traded for nobody. No, we're not. They just want to sell seats. They don't want a Super Bowl. No passion for it. Holmes is about to get a ton of heat this year. Hey, and when he does, you guys come back and you say, Derek, you put it in the comment section because I told y'all, bro. I already told you. And there you have it, folks. Let me see. Thanks, Steve, for giving us the space, for putting your heart into our team and talking through these issues that are important to real fans. Those haters can get out. Oh, wow. Okay, so despite significant, according to Jordan Schultz, despite significant league-wide interest, the Titans are not trading defensive tackle T'Vondre Sweat. All right, so we have Oh, wow. Jay, appreciate you. Syndicate director. I got to add your name to the end credit scene. I appreciate you. And we have Steve Goodry, or Steve, I messed that up, with the $5 super chat says, I've said multiple times, this team just wants ticket sales. Got to make up for those contracts. Yeah. Yep. So that's all it is, y'all. And you know, I'm going to say this before we wrap it up because the trade deadline ends in 3 minutes and the Detroit Lions are not going to do anything. This gets hard after a while. It gets hard. It gets hard to do this. You know, I put my opinion on the internet and it comes with criticism. That's part of how it goes. But to get attacked for just having an opinion is tough, right? So having, you know, I'm on Twitter and I'm on Twitter for the news because it drops there first. And then I'm on YouTube and stuff like that. And it's just hard because most of the creators, in my opinion, not all, but most of the Lions creators are simply out to say what you want to hear so that you can keep watching. Because I understand that the way that I come across is negative and it's not like that. I yell and people are triggered by that. I understand, right? Maybe you grew up in a family that yelling was a thing and stuff like that. But I am a fan. I've never pretended to be anything else. Anything that I do is for the fan, right? So I've got something that I'm working on for next off season that I hope is going to be, I'm working on how to do it. And that's why I go to games. I go to games because I want to, but I go to games to bring you guys the experience because you not going to get that, right? It's too easy. Him and Katie, they do it and they do a great job at it. But as far as like the news and tapping in 24/7, I want to bring you like the best of both worlds. And I can only do that being myself. I will probably never, like, it'll probably take me a decade to reach 100K. But, you know, I'd rather go the long, methodical, authentic way than to stream games that have nothing to do with my team on a random Monday night. I'm just saying. So I also want to get out the basement. I don't want to be in front of a green screen working for somebody that's telling me what to do. So with that being said, man, I appreciate all y'all. I do. We not even make the playoffs. What boring, uneventful day. But we all knew that was coming. Trade deadline ends in 1 minute and 30 seconds. 2024 season hype over and a letdown. All right, so here, still got a whole 60 seconds left. So here's what we're going to do. I don't think Brad is going to get in front of the media. I don't think that, but we'll see if if the Lions have anything scheduled. I don't think they're going to. I would hate to stop the stream and then he gets on, but I don't think he's going to get on. And I got to make the video about the practice squad. Oh, of course. So I will say this. Hey, Jay, I appreciate that. I will say this. I want to say this as we got 30 seconds left. My goal, I'll be 46 this month. And I wish I would have known this stuff earlier. But my goal is to give you guys the most authentic, fan-driven podcast in Lions football. Like real talk. And I'm setting out to try to do that in the next 5 years. And yeah, the only way I know how to do that is to be myself. So let's count down together, shall we? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There goes the NFL trade deadline. And right as the trade deadline was ending, the Saints have traded former first-round tackle guard Trevor Penning to the Chargers per Adam Schefter. And there is your trade deadline news, ladies and gentlemen. Ricky Scoops posted about Jermaine. What did he say, Lions? I did see a post from him, but I thought it was him going back into the shadows of something. If you could let me know what that was. All right. No, the Lions did not make any trades. Trey Hendrickson is still a Bengal. We did sign. Hold on. What is Adam Schefter saying? Okay. Yeah, he literally, they were at the buzzer, bro. The Lions signed a offensive tackle to the practice squad. And yeah, that's it. That's it. Hendrickson getting franchise tagged this summer. That'd be a nightmare. That'd be a nightmare. So, Raw Detroit, what up, bro? Lions, Raw Detroit. Holmes doesn't make power moves. Hey, bro, you know we know that. Me and you, we've been talking Lions since 2018. And we was here before him. We here now. We already know how this thing is going to go. We do. But I will say this. Now I think that it's low-key vindicating. It really is, because it's like, yo, y'all, if y'all dissected this team like I do and like most Detroit Lions content creators do, you're going to see that we got a lot of work to do next season. If we don't win it all this season, the team's going to look completely different next year. They're going to look night and day different. We have 5 people on the defensive line, right? The good news is our 3 main wide receivers are still under contract. Khalif Raymond is not. Brad Holmes has to decide what to do with Jack, Sam, Jameer, Malcolm Rodriguez. He's got a lot of work to do next season. He's got a ton. And now, and don't forget, we are going to probably cut Taylor Decker. We're going to need some moves to be made. We're going to need a lot. And we gave up a lot, right? We could have got Jalen Phillips for the 3rd round pick, but we gave that up for Tesla. Are we using Tesla right now? Do we need him right now? You can blame whoever you want. You can blame Johnny Morton for not using him. You can blame Dan for not forcing Johnny Morton to use him. You can blame Brad for drafting him in the first place or trading up. Maybe he would have been there. I don't know. But why? So we got to see Jalen Phillips and the Eagles in 2 weeks. We got to see Quentin Williams and the Cowboys in like a month. So with that being the case, I'm going to keep making content as long as I have the passion. And I will promise you one thing. I will never do that. I was talking to my wife yesterday, and I was so kind of bummed out after the game that I was like, I will never just do this for money. I will never do. I will bring the channel to like have somebody take over, maybe have a segment on the channel or something like that. So when I lose passion, I'm done. I'm done. With that being the case, let me check the Detroit Lions. Can anybody tell me if any streams are set up from the Detroit Lions? Is Brad going to get in front of the media at all? And then we'll get off. I never talk to my wife. I just listen. Hey, listen, my wife is the GOAT, bro. She is the GOAT. She has had my back from the very beginning. She has supported this journey from day one. She was at one point the only person I had to talk to about my YouTube struggles, and she has been a real help to me being able to do this. And when we lose, she's like, I'm sorry, and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, you don't have to be sorry. You know what I mean? So even my son was like, I'm sorry. And I'm like, if you hear that, it's kind of depressing, like that your family know. Okay, so here's some late draft news that's coming in. Adam Schefter says, despite getting calls for Jalen Waddle and Bradley Chubb, the Dolphins did not make another deal before the trade deadline and opted to hold on to both. Breece Hall, Jermaine Johnson remain. Oh, wow. wait, I can't make this stuff. Okay, so right after the trade deadline, so the Lions announced roster moves. They released tight end Kenny Yeboah with an injury settlement, and they released offensive lineman Justin Heron. So here's where we are, ladies and gentlemen. This is your team. The team, the 53 men on the roster. The practice squad guys, give or take a few that might be cut, clear waivers, and sign with our team. This is your 2025 Detroit Lions team. This is the team that has to win a Super Bowl. And I told y'all before, this is the year that Brad Holmes starts to lose grips on the power hold that he's had from all the good that he's done. He starts to lose it this year. So there we go. All right. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Next year it's going to be bigger and better. We might even have some guests on, and I did not plan to do this. So I appreciate everybody. But like I said, this offseason, there's going to be a lot of changes. There are going to be some new segments I'm going to try to bring. And we're really going to try to go all in, like make this channel the #1 fan-driven, boots on the ground. You know, I'm trying to, It's Too Easy got that on lock. You know what I'm saying? I do my reporting, but I want the best of both worlds. And I'm even going to probably try to do some vlogging as well. I might even hire an editor. I don't know, but we are on our way, man. We hit 10,000 people in this 10,000 views. We what was our concurrent? How many people did we have watching at one time? We had quite a bit. Viewer activity. Let me see. We hit numbers. This might be a new record for this type of thing. All right. With that being said, enjoy the rest of your day. I got some videos to make, and I hope that you have a good day, man. Take care of yourself and each other. And as always, go Lions. It's going to be an interesting rest of the season for sure.